So, as you guys know, Stream University is now officially over. And during Stream University, there were a lot of gems that I was told I missed. Mainly because I didn't go, number one, and two, because I didn't really watch a majority of Stream University. I don't know, I just didn't watch the majority of it, mainly because I didn't feel like sent through ads. That's just the broke in me. But I have like all of the classes, all of the important quote unquote classes that I have seen lined up. It's a solid, let's see, hour. We're already at 4 hours, 5 hours, about a good 6 hours of content. So I wanted to go I at least wanted to do Ludwig's and one of Agent's classes. So I became a teacher for a day. Big mistake. I have my wait, what? Where's my freaking? Oh, there it is. I was about to lose my freaking marbles. I have my notebook right here. Hold on. So long stream because let me get some stacks. Yeah, it's gonna be a long stream. What's going on, Island Girl? But yeah, I got my streamer. I don't know if you. It's kind of backwards, but streamer uni notebook, and yeah, let's get into it.
Yo, welcome to my course today. It's called How to Get Lucky. I realize this has a bit of a sexual innuendo. It is not sexual, but I truly believe to be a successful streamer, you need to get lucky. I think every streamer has had a moment they can refer to where they got lucky, but it's about capitalizing on that luck, being prepared for when that luck strikes, all right? So here it is. This is my first question I had for y'all. Did anyone have a thought on it? Please.
Wait, what do you say? Does believing you will be successful guarantee success? No. Not in the slightest. Not in the slightest. Nothing is ever guaranteed to you in life. And that's just the way life is. Nothing will ever be guaranteed for you. You can believe all you want. You can think all you want that you're going to get this raise. You can believe all you want that you're going to, get that new job. But that doesn't guarantee that you're going to get it. You know what I mean? It's good to believe, but that doesn't mean you're necessarily going to get it.
I had for y'all. Did anyone have a thought on it? Please. Do you need to be... If you believe you'll be successful, you become successful.
What I wrote down, I wrote it down.
Yeah.
I said no, but is the bare minimum to ever being able to begin being able to achieve it.
Say that one more time for me.
Like no, but it is the bare minimum to ever begin being able to achieve it.
I see what you're saying.
I don't think it's like a grand factor of becoming successful, but I do think in order to be successful, you have to have that mindset of like, oh, I want to be successful, and that's the drive. It's not really like it's the mindset. The mindset's the drive because the goal, as long as you have your eyes on the goal, your drive is unstoppable.
Well, I do think that's the first step to being successful, you know what I'm saying? But then on top of that, I think, hard work, discipline, all this stuff, if you don't have that, I don't think you'll be so successful at all.
Yeah, I think you guys are nailing it on the head. I don't think we got to go more because it is absolutely true that belief alone is not enough. All right? What you need is belief, but you also need all those other factors. The most important thing I want you to take away from this class is that you need to be delusional. The most important thing I want you to
be delusional. Believing in yourself doesn't guarantee success. Not believing in yourself guarantees failure.
Take away from this class is
actually, hold on. Let me write that down. Let me write that down. Let me write that down. Be delusional. Wow. Excuse me. That does not look like... That looks terrible. My handwriting is garbage. And why did it get smaller? Anyways, be delusional. Believing in yourself does not guarantee. Success. But not believing in yourself guarantees failure. Wow, I gotta work on my handwriting. I'm reading this and this is freaking garbage.
That you need to be delusional. Alright?
Amen. 100%. I always say that. Delusional.
Are already amazing at this. Alright, you are all delusional enough to have applied to Streamer U and thought that you would get picked to get in. You are all delusional enough to be hitting the go live button, which is in it of itself an act of ego, right? People should be watching me, not other people. So you're a little delusional in that sense. It is a perfect thing if you're going to be a successful streamer. You have to be delusional. It's not a teachable skill. That is a skill that you either have intrinsically, maybe confidence you grew up with. So congratulations, you all have that. And I have some more congratulations for you. I got some good news for you all today. Wow. 10,000. All right, nope, it's not 10,000. All right, the class is called How to Get Lucky. A little background for y'all on who I am. I am Professor L. All right, if you don't know me, Streamer of the Year.
Oh.
What was that?
That was Bonnie right there.
So uncalled for. Extremely uncalled for.
No, chat was saying loser. I was like, loser? What are you talking
Bonnie,
about?
everyone gets one. 2, you're out. Professor L, Streamer of the Year 2021. Bonnie, do you have one? Oh, shit. Content Creator of the Year 2022. You got one? Oh, shit.
Oh no. Okay. Oh no, this is fries.
Top 50 Smash Brothers player. I'm a Red Bull athlete. 6th most sub streamer all time. Engaged to a bad bitch. Fluent Chinese, Japanese, other languages, and I'm 31 years old. I'm probably... Show hands, anyone older than me in this room?
Agent, raise
There
your
we
hand.
go.
Raise your hand.
There we go.
What? No. Wait, go back.
Than me in this
She
room?
said she's older than 31. There's no way. Him, sure, absolutely. But over 31, what?
There we go.
Raise your hand.
There
That's
we go.
insane.
Agent, I don't think you got me beat yet.
What rank now?
I'm top 50. Yeah, man, let's just go to the next slide.
This is in the state of Bear.
All right, y'all. I got great news for you all. These are important facts. Keep in mind.
You've already accomplished so much. 92% of people who go live once and never go live again every month. Go live twice and you're the top 10% on Twitch. Is that an actual statistic? I mean, I'm assuming. The number of viewers you need to be top 1% streamer on Twitch. The number of 1 million is the number of students who applied to SU, of which you are only chosen. This is luck. Take advantage.
92% of streamers do not go live a second time. That's real sad. 92% of people will go live once and they will never go live again. To be in the top 1%. To be in the top 1%, all you need is 20 viewers. That is the top 1% on Twitch for streaming. All right? You are already in the top 1%. And of the 1 million students who have applied, you guys made it in. Round of applause for yourselves. And just by show of hands, who's in the top 1% on Twitch?
All of us.
Okay? All right. That's pretty good. So we're doing well. All right, everyone, do me a favor, check under your chairs. Check under your chairs, everyone. Everybody check under your chairs right now. All right, okay, who got a star?
Me! I got a star.
All right.
I didn't get
Do
anything.
me a favor, what color star you got?
Silver.
Okay, silver, white.
Glitter.
Does anyone have a gold star? Does anyone have a gold star?
Wait, let me see. That was white. This was white.
You can check under Anyone got to check under Okay. Hold up. Let me explain what the stars mean, everyone. Let me explain what the stars mean. What was your name again, please? Malik. You win our gold star. Are you live right now? Guess what you win for the gold star?
50 gifted.
Do I get to your game?
I will be rating you today.
What? A raid? Bro, frick the subs. A raid? Oh my god.
Now, guys, what did Mouth do to earn that gold star?
Got lucky!
Got lucky.
Very good.
Okay?
Damn,
Raise your hand if you got a white star.
I got a white
Oh,
star.
I got bad news for
I have a
you.
glitter bomb.
All right, you guys, and this is a real stat, you guys are going to leave Streamer U less successful than you came in.
Oh.
I need you guys to listen to these stats I'm about to tell you. They're very important. Most of you guys are going to fail. Most of you in this room actively are going to fail as streamers.
Why?
I did the math on last year's Streamer 2025 invites. Here's the chart. Now I'm going to break down.
I'm gonna write that down. I'm gonna say most streamers that go to SU fail when it's over.
Chart for you is a dumbbell chart.
Wow, that's too much for me.
These black dots are where they were at before Streamer U 2025. April 2025, that was their average viewership. The red line, okay, that means they went down in viewers. The green line, they went up in viewers. The orange dot is what their viewership is last month, okay? So these are people who they went to Streamer U, they had all that success, all that excitement, I'm about to be a fucking amazing streamer. Now their viewership, down to here, okay? I'll give you the stats more concretely so you can really grasp it. The average viewership of all the streamers who participated in Streamer U 2025 is down 287 viewers.
That's insane. Streamer U won't save you. Let me see. The average viewership. Well, I mean, I don't really need to know this because I didn't go to SU, but it is good to know. It's good to know, and I kind of knew this from the start. Going to SU or not going to SU is not going to make you a worse or better streamer. You can go to SU and come out a better or worse streamer. Or you cannot get in and become a better or worse streamer. It's all about, like you said, mindset. So I do agree with that. For median viewers is the median viewership change considering all active streamers, and the percentage of streamers who gain 10 or less viewers or lost viewers is 56%. Oh my lord.
They have lost viewers year over year. Wow. Now, obviously, that's outweighed by people with larger streams. Okay, they have much more of an impact. The median streamer, all right, the median, we know what the median is, right? You slash both ends so you get the person in the middle.
Yeah.
All right, Marlon, you shaking your head no?
No. Sarah is on me again. Like,
it's all right. The median viewers, all you need to know, has gained 4 viewers before and after Streamer U. Okay? This is you. This is what you will be, all right, next year after all the excitement's over, after all the collabs happen, all right, after your viewership skyrocketed, your followership skyrocketed, you are going to get 4 more viewers. Over half, if you got a white star, that is you. Over half of the streamers have gained single-digit viewers or lost viewers year over year. Okay, why do we think that is? Streamer U is supposed to be the trip of a lifetime. You're supposed to have made it.
They didn't capitalize.
You're in the big leagues. Marlon,
They did capitalize.
when you come here, everybody's gonna spike. Big streamers, small streamers. When you leave, you gotta make sure you entertain them on your own as well and try to capitalize of it and then grow. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, capitalize. I like that. What else?
Kind of like what he's saying, but you also gotta find ways to maintain the trajectory, because it's like this is going to skyrocket you in one way or another. But if you just instantly go back to not changing anything about your content or not implementing things you might have learned or not collabing with people that you met, you're just going to end up right back where you were.
I think ultimately, when shit's going good, when the viewer number's up, it's really easy to spark stream. All right? It's really easy to post clips with Streamer U in it, and they do amazing.
It is.
Okay? You know what sucks? Is doing it when you don't have a great game plan, when you have nothing going on. All right? So motivation is great, but we should discipline ourselves in small things and from those progress to things of greater value. This is Mark.
We should okay, I'm gonna write that down too. We should discipline ourselves in small things, and from these progress to things of greater value. And from these progress. On God, I did the same thing, twin. Oh, what's going on, Mendo? My bad, I didn't see you. What's going on, Mendo? In the brrrr. No, wait, I didn't mean to do that. No, wait, please, Ludwig, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I think you guys are nailing it on the head. I don't think we got to go more because it is absolutely true.
Was here, right?
Doing it when you. All right? So motivation is great, but we should discipline ourselves in small.
And from these things, and from these progress to things of greater value, to things of greater value. I'm getting a whiteboard when I get back to Mexico to not forget and lock in. Yeah, that's why I got a whole notebook. Streamer you, and like I've just been writing stuff down. Ignore my handwriting, I know it's garbage, but I can read it. So that's all that really matters.
Things and from those progressive things of greater value. This is Marcus Aurelius. Okay, he was the leader of Rome, the largest empire in the world. He wrote himself a journal called Meditations. It was his private thoughts. It was never published. They published it after he died. He's the most powerful man on earth. He's writing this. Okay? He has everything in front of him. He is writing this. So what does it mean to be disciplined versus motivated? Okay, we all know motivation's fickle. Discipline's forever. How do we get some discipline? This is an activity. I want you guys to all be doing this right now. This was your homework. If you did it, good. If you didn't, do it now. Pen and paper.
Write down your goals. Write down your goals you have for yourself to achieve before the end of the year. Do not make all your goals metric-based. Make goals that you have control over. Dream big, but make it achievable. Failure to hit your goals should result in an honest conversation with yourself. Motivation is fleeting. Be disciplined. At the end of the year, okay. We're at 100. Okay, we're at 167 followers, right? I'm just gonna put goals. And if you're a streamer watching this like Mendo, or if you're, because this is going up on YouTube, so after the fact, if you here's mine, reach 250 pounds, go to TwitchCon, reach 1,000 followers on Twitch, post 1 to 2 long form videos a week, post 7 to 14 clips a week. 14 clips is a lot. Strengthen relationships, that's fire goals though. That's W goals. Can I get W? Oh wait, my bad. W goals. I'd say if I could write down goals. Let's see. Goals. Goals. We're at 167 followers. I would like to at least get to 200. Sorry, 200 to 250 followers on Twitch. I'd like to at least get to 200 from 167 by the end of the year. I average roughly about in between 4 to 6 viewers. Sorry, 4 to 7 viewers. 4 to 8. 4 to 8 viewers like per stream. So if I can, I want to average 8 to 10. That's a big jump though. But if I can, average 8 to 10 viewers a stream. We got this, King? Yeah, me and you got this, gang. So stupid, dude. I hate that my computer keeps switching my microphone. It keeps switching my microphone to voice mod. Like, dude, I'm not using my voice mod microphone. Freaking stupid. Anyways, goals as of right now is to get to 200 to 250 followers on Twitch. Average 8 to 10 viewers a stream. Have a like specific schedule, like for streaming, to post consistently. Okay, just open the door for. All right. Okay. Go on, Duke. Hey, buddy. Go lay down, Dukes. Go lay down, buddies. Go lay down. Good boy. All right.
Pen and paper right now. If not, you can put it in your phone right now. That is fine. But I need you to write this down later. If
Wait, I only have 2 pens.
That's all we need. Phone now, write it down later.
I'm gonna write that down later. I'm not kidding.
Let's put it in the phones right now at the very least.
All I hear is whining. Holy skippage.
We're writing down our goals. You want to achieve before the end of the year. They're 2026 goals. We're in July. We're over halfway through. Streamer related. All right, they can be about maybe your personal health, your personal relationship. I want you to write these down physically, okay? This, I have it. I didn't bring it with me, actually. I fucked up. We forgot to bring it. I wrote this down in 2018. I literally have the piece of paper in my dorm room, okay? It was 2,000 subs, 100K followers, 1 million uniques. Be punctual, be full time. I went 4 for 5. I'm not a punctual guy. I'll be honest about myself. All right, I went 4 for 5, but I do believe there is some value in materializing your goals by writing them out, putting them in the universe, okay? And I want to see your goals. I'll reply to all of them. That's part of your homework today. But ultimately, motivation is fleeting. Discipline, okay, is what will help you be a successful whatever you want to be in the future, and goals can help you be accountable. Okay, make the goals achievable, but also something that you're shooting for.
I will say that is true. A majority of the time when I just hit motivation, like for example, with losing weight, right? I would get motivated to lose weight. I would work out. I would go for runs. I would do whatever. And then like a week later, I'm right back to like eating a bunch of food. You know what I mean? Like I'm right back to those old habits that were making me bigger. And that's why I've been, I don't know. That's why like my weight has been like this. Like I'll work out and it'll go down. I'll start like getting, stronger, and then I'll just like lose motivation. Just kind of go back to where, you know what I mean?
Next up, we're gonna talk about schedule. All right, this is important. When I first went full-time streaming, I did what probably a lot of you maybe do right now. I went live. When I woke up, I went to bed. When I was tired, I woke up whenever I woke up. And I sort of did that on repeat, but you probably have recognized, maybe some of you who have started full-time streaming from a regular job, schedule kind of helps. Yes. It helps make sure you wake up at similar times, get similar sunlight, you eat correctly, you're working out correctly. And I don't think people think enough about streamer schedules. They just think about, when can I spark? How long can I be live? And I think a lot of you right now, who's doing 24/7 here? Okay. Now this is fine. Look, it's Streamer U. It's a rare event. You're capitalizing on it, okay? But let's get a good schedule when we get back. I'm going to tell you this is my ideal schedule. This is what I try to do day to day, at least when I go live.
All right, this is his schedule. 9:30, wake up. He does meetings, podcasts, and get himself ready for the day. 9:30 a.m.? Okay. Time to watch streams, eat, work out, and think about what he wants to do on stream. So he has 4 hours to think about that. And then on stream, he does a 4 to 6 hour stream, 3 segments, decompress, spend time with fiance, watch TV, eat dinner, chill with cats, and then 1 a.m. And he wakes up at 9. So he gets a full 8 hours of sleep. That's pretty productive. I'm not even going to hold you. That's pretty productive. That's incredibly productive. Well, I mean, I would assume so.
I wake up 9:30. Yeah. The first thing I do, first 4 hours of my day, it's meetings. I do some podcasts. I eat right. I do like at least, 5K steps. It's just starting my day off, okay? Next up, 1 p.m. This is probably one of the most important parts of my day. It's me time. I'm looking at people's streams. I'm ideating what I'm going to do on stream that day. That's it. I got nothing else on the plate. It's eat, ideate. I watch Twitch, that's it. 4 p.m., usually about when I go live. I don't go live for more than 4 to 6 hours. And we're gonna talk about that in a little bit why that's I think a good amount of time for you guys to go live for. But I'll do whatever segments I had come up with in my ideation process, and then decompress, hang out with my fiance, eat dinner, chill, and then I try to hit a similar bedtime every day. This is gonna be another homework assignment for y'all. This one, you guys don't need to show to me. But I want you to create an ideal schedule for yourselves for when you guys get back from Streamer U. What is the life you want to lead? Okay, write it down for yourself. You can make your life really easy if you just follow the script that you give yourself. Another important thing, take days off. I think a lot of you guys don't want to take days off. I think a lot of you guys feel this pull to keep going. You are human. You are fallible. Give yourself the best opportunity to succeed in 5 years. People underestimate what they can do in 5 years. They overestimate what they can do in 1 year, okay? So if you give yourself a little rest, you'll be a lot more successful in the long term. Are you trying to be a streamer for a year and burn out? and then be like, oh, I can't deal with content creation? Or are you trying to do it, I'm on year 8, okay? Yeah. And you never seen a tweet out of me going, oh man, I'm so fucking tired doing this. Because I take time off. I go to Dodgers games, I hang out with my fiance, I do whatever. But I think time off is important. That shit actually matters. It will help you in the long run. It will also help you be a more well-rounded individual. People who stream every day, they become rotted individuals, all right? I think experiencing life makes you a better streamer, makes you a more well-rounded person. This also matters. Do we have a question on that?
Did you start taking days off once you made it big, or when you were still smart?
All right, guys, hold up. That's a good question. Did I take days off when I was making it big? Okay, look, it's true that when the number's going up, it is really exciting to ride that wave and do as much as you can to keep it going. It's like what you guys are doing currently with Streamer University. I gotta go live every day. Okay, that's fine. I think it's okay for short periods of time to do that, but make it a short period of time. Recognize, hey, I'm catching this wave. I'm gonna take some time for myself after, all right, to catch up on the life that I haven't been leading because I've been so focused on work. It's really easy for streamers to fall in the trap. You know the trope of like the working husband, barely knows his wife, barely knows his kids, works every day? Streamers do that to themselves all the time. So many streamers have amazing relationships online, offline. They barely talk to the people they stream with. They have no personality. They give everything to their creation, and then they're a husk of themselves. In 10 years, you will not be hearing about them. I promise you that.
Yeah.
All right. Who's your GOAT? There's another homework assignment. I need you guys to be writing down.
Oh wait, okay, wait. So he said a lot there. So he said make a schedule. So I'm gonna make that on the next page. I'm just like write the word schedule and then I'll do it later. I'll probably do it later, yeah. So hold on. How do I? Okay. Excuse me. Stream schedule. So I'll do that. I'll do that on the back of that page. Okay. Let's keep going.
Who your streaming GOATs are.
Who's my GOAT? My GOAT personally is AGENT00. AGENT00. I'm Dante. And I think that's, as far as GOATs go, Agent is at the top. And then I'm Dante's right under him. Agent and I'm Dante were the two people who made me want to be either a YouTuber or a streamer. Those are my two biggest inspirations. Aside from like the obvious Corey Kenshin, Berlizzi, you know, like that kind of stuff. But I'm Dante and Agent 110%. Because honestly, Agent was just like me. He was a big dude who just kind of liked playing video games and liked cars. And he capitalized off that and blew up, and now he's one of the biggest streamers of all time. You know?
Think fast, chuckle nuts.
Okay. I don't know what I did to you. But yeah. What's going on, handsome man?
Now for this specifically, all right?
Wait, what was...
it is important for you... Now for this, you guys...
Who's your GOAT? Study for the job you want. Watch streams. Find streamers who are in the niche you are in. We stand on the shoulders of those who came before. You don't get Anthony Edwards without KD. You don't get KD without Kobe. You don't get Kobe without Michael Jordan. You don't get MJ without David Thompson.
To be writing down who your streaming GOATs are. Now for this specifically, all right, it is important for you to study.
You know what I heard Lois say that I like? Steal thumbnails and titles. He said that? Spoilers. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, I did see that clip though. I did see that clip.
What you are passionate about, okay? You cannot be a streamer if you do not watch streams. It just doesn't work. You don't actually care about the medium. Maybe you just like the idea of being big and successful. Maybe you like the idea of being rich. You'll just never be successful if those are your reasons. You have to truly love streaming to be a big streamer, all right? So what does it mean when I say who's your GOAT? I need you to find streamers in the niche you are in. Okay? If you are doing...
That is something I've been struggling with. I need to find a niche. Because as of right now, I'm just variety, like everyone else. Like, you know what I mean? But like, certain people are gamers, other people are yappers, other people do puzzles. I need to find my niche, and I haven't found it yet.
Sports, don't put down, you know, Jeffree Star as your GOAT or whatever. Try to make it somebody who's in the same sphere as you. All right? So, for example, look.
That's kind of why I say Agent, because Agent does a little bit of everything. He's a gamer, right? It's very rare, but I play games on stream. It's very rare, though. Hey, actually, I used to play games a lot, but I stopped. I forgot why. I just randomly stopped.
Everyone knows Anthony Edwards? All right, Anthony Edwards often says he's inspired by KD. KD, talk to him in an interview, he says he's inspired by Kobe. Kobe obviously inspired by Michael Jordan. Most of you probably don't know who David Thompson is. Okay, that's the domino piece that started it all. He inspired Michael Jordan to be the player he is. We stand on the shoulders of giants. Respect these giants. Study your GOATs. I'm going to give you a few examples of people who I like right now.
Streamers I think are awesome. Joe Bart is amazing as well. Joe Bart is amazing as well. RDC and KDB. I haven't seen much of KDB.
And so when I ask you to write down these GOATs for this homework assignment, I want you to write down 3 people and why. What about their content do you find so alluring? So I'm going to give you examples so you can do this easier. Joe Bart, king of the content funnel. We'll talk about the content funnel a bit later. Okay? RDC, they're probably kings of authenticity in streaming. And I think authenticity is what audiences really enjoy, right?
Yeah.
Especially because there's such like a Mr. Beastification, you know, of like big grand events or whatever. People like authenticity. A friend group who are actual real life friends. You can't get much better than that. And then KDB, she's funnier than I'll ever be. So honestly, I'll watch funny people to hopefully pick up a thing or two. So anyway, that's an example of a few GOATs.
Okay, so he said 3 GOATs. So let's see. Hold on. Let me write this down. So he said, well, Handsome Man, I don't know if you're doing this, Armando, if you're doing this with me, or whoever may be seeing this, do this with me. But I'm writing it down for sure. Who are my GOATs and why? I'll also write it sideways. So this pen, there we go. My streaming GOATs. Okay? Your streaming GOATs. Queso's your number 1. I haven't tuned into a Queso stream in a very long time. But okay, so I will say I've watched their lives on occasion, but most of the content that I consume from them is from YouTube. If that makes sense. And I only do that because I get more content without as many ads as I would on Twitch. Twitch, I get a 3-minute ad every like 5 minutes. Versus on YouTube, I get a 2-minute ad every 30 minutes. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know if that applies the same way. Because he said, like, you know, watch streams and stuff like that. So I don't know if that applies the same way. But my streaming goes. Number 1 is Agent. Agent 00. Why? Because Agent ideally is the kind of streamer that I want to be. He's unapologetically himself. He's in the same niche that I would want to be in, which is variety technically a niche? Like you do a little bit of everything. You watch videos, you play games, you just talk to chat for like 4 hours. Is that technically a niche? I don't know. And I don't know. I don't know what draws me to Agent. That sounds a little like sus, but I don't know what draws me to his content. It's like it's almost like a safetiness, you know what I mean? It's like hanging out with the bros low key. He just makes everyone feel like they're part of the group, if that makes sense. Does that make sense? He makes you feel comfortable, I guess. He makes you feel comfortable as if you guys were just like chilling in a big room, like hanging out, watching videos together. Also put positive energy, because I guess that's kind of like the same thing that I'm trying to say. Number 2. Is I'm Dante. Dante literally is the personification of I don't give a fuck. Right? He doesn't care what you say about him. He doesn't care what you think about him. He is going to start up a stream when he wants to do it, and he's going to think and say what he wants when he wants. You know what I mean? And I think that's good for everyone to have. I, for one, don't have that. If like someone, if even one person were to come in my chat, I'll say what I want. All right. No, but the difference is you're gonna drop an N-bomb. That's the difference. But I'm saying, he did, like, okay, if somebody were to come in my chat that I didn't know and say, oh my god, your content sucks, this is whatever, like, we're like, this is bad, blah, 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 I would feel some kind of way, you know? Versus, like, Dante, he would just be like, whatever, and would probably, like, he would probably ignore them, if anything, but for whatever reason, I can't do that. I can't do that. I can't just like ignore that, you know, because I think what me is I want to solve the problem. You don't like my content? Okay, what can I do to make it better? That kind of thing. I think that's how I feel. You know what I mean? But yeah, he's the personification of I don't give a frick. His laugh is incredibly contagious. like if you've ever heard I'm Dante's laugh, like genuinely, it's one of the most iconic sounds in streaming. Solve the problem, they're getting sent to the shadow realm. I know, but I'm saying I would genuinely want to know, like, and if any of you guys felt that way, like if you guys are like, oh, this is boring. Oh my god, that was a real yawn. You guys are like, you know, I'd be like, okay, what could I do that's more entertaining? What would I do that's more? I'd say he's the F slur and move on with my life. You know what? I'm gonna let you. You know what? What? Why is it not playing? Oh my gosh! Now my sound effects don't want to work.
Yeah.
There we go. But yeah.
Yeah.
No. He's a personification of I don't give a frick. His laugh is contagious. He's just cool to be around. So if Agent and Dante are kind of in the same boat, where they're both just dope. You know what I mean? They're cool. They make you feel like you're part of the group. They never try to exclude anyone. Unless you're being weird, then I mean, obviously, duh, you deserve that. You know, get the frick out. But you know what I mean? You know what I mean? It's just like you feel comfortable. But yeah, personification of I don't give a frick. I'll just say funny AF to save room. Funny AF. And I'll say he talks about he cross that out. He speaks his mind. with no regret. Like, there was a whole clip where people were like yelling at him saying how bad Rockstar was for firing their team, and he looked at the camera and said, I don't give a f-. You know what I mean? Like he just didn't care. You know what I mean? Those are my two GOATs. If I had a third, I don't know who I would choose as a third who's a streamer per se. I don't know who I would choose. Let me see. I don't really have a third off the top of my head. Maybe Senna, but that's just because, like, also, like I said, funny, all that other kind of stuff. I'm not gonna say Kai because everyone's gonna say freaking Kai. Jinxie is one of my favorite streamers. However, I wouldn't say he's an inspiration of sorts. But he's actually, his come up story was like, I don't know, man. I don't know. I
need you guys for your homework. All right, this is it. Your homework today. Write down your 3 goals.
Oh, wait, okay. Goals, schedule, GOATs, own it.
All right, this is it. Your homework today. Write down your 3 goals. It can be 3 or more.
Oh, 3 goals. Oh, I wrote like 5.
Is that Lacey?
Yeah.
Yeah, he didn't like the vibe.
He didn't like the vibe.
Like the vibe.
Can
you go out, yell him, and tell him to go see Dean Sinat on my behalf?
Oh my God.
Right now, baby, go yell him. Hey, Lacey, Dean Sinat right now.
Truly,
I'm not playing.
Truly uncomfortable.
I'm not playing. You are 30 minutes late to class.
I'm not even in this class. Batman, go handle
That's even a better reason. Dean Sinat. Get out of here.
Don't worry about it, I got it.
Batman gets up and says, don't worry, I got him. Holy clip farm. This is how you take charge of the situation. W whoever this Batman guy is, bro. W whoever this Batman guy is, bro.
Alright, come on. Let's get out of here.
All right.
All right, close the door, better. All right, homework. Guys, back to it, your homework. All right, there's 3 things. I'm only checking for 2. First one, I need your goals, at least 3 for the end of the year. I need you to think about the schedule. I don't need to see what your schedule is, but start thinking of an ideal schedule. And then finally, write down your 3 GOATs and why they are your GOATs, what you admire about them.
W Batman? I mean, Spider-Man. I'm just kidding.
And I want to just actually take a few right now. Does anyone have some goals they'd like to share with the class? Bonnie, please. What's a goal?
Like lose my imposter syndrome, because I do struggle with that a little bit.
Lose your imposter syndrome.
Yeah.
What is... Sorry. Don't call me ignorant. Imposter syndrome is a psychological pattern where people doubt their skills, credit their success to luck, and fear being exposed as frauds despite proof of their competence. Well, let's add that to the new goal. Let's add that to the goals. Huh? Get rid of / control my imposter syndrome. All right.
What does that mean exactly?
Just be more confident.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, how about we...
Oh, brother.
So uncomfortable.
I'll let it fly. I think, Bonnie, a good way to phrase goals are things you can make actions on, right? So lose the imposter syndrome is hard because it's a little open-ended. So maybe write down things you appreciate about yourself every day. You know, like building confidence in ways that you can make tangible actions towards, as opposed to hurting yourself in your own goal. In your own goal, you've labeled that you have imposter syndrome. But if we were to make our goal, hey, I'm gonna say like, you know, things I appreciate about myself in the world and the friends that I have in my life, then that works towards your goal without phrasing your goal in a negative way. Any other goals? Where I'm gonna go around, I'm just gonna bounce around, come back. What you got?
Oh, to lose weight.
To lose weight? Why do you want to lose weight?
Because I'm fat.
Now, are you saying you're fat, or do you feel bad when you walk around?
No, I mean, I feel like I can.
Are people calling you fat? Does chat call you fat?
You are not that fat.
Oh,
Damn.
What the fuck is that? You are not that fat.
You are not that fat is insane.
That's crazy. All right, I think that's a good goal. I think personal goals are great. What you got back there?
Grow my clothing brand and sell about 10,000 for the first year.
Grow your clothing brand, sell 10,000 units in the first year?
Yeah.
I like that. What's the clothing brand name?
OLVR, Oliver.
Have you dropped a drop yet?
Not yet. I'm getting samples August 10th.
Now samples August 10th? I like it. All right, what's your goal?
Make more art, learn how to spend time off, and more technology free time. And AJ, you lost so much weight. Don't call yourself fat.
AJ, I like that. AJ. Why are you calling it make more? I think it's important with goals. Let's get a little more specific. Make more art is open-ended. It can be one of those goals that you're like, I can do an event. You can push that off. So I don't know what specific art do you make?
Well, that's the thing. I do all art. I'm all media. So it's just more like reconnect with it. Like, okay, more specifically, reconnect with it off stream. Because now I have such a streaming mindset that I'm like, okay, now how can I structure this art to be funny and interesting for a stream to keep my viewership going?
So why not
I need to
say,
like cut that off.
hey, I'm taking Fridays off now. That's a day where I can work on myself and I can also do my art.
Because like you said earlier, it's so easy to like when you see a wave that you want to be like, oh, I need to ride this one. Because I feel like there's always I have random lucky moments where I'm like, okay, I'm taking this one.
Yeah, but I think it's all right. I think the day off won't kill you. But or even if it's a morning or whatever it is, I mean, you can fit it in. How about an example of some goats? Who here has a goat in mind? Someone they really like, someone who thinks great, that inspires them. What you got?
Extra Emily.
Extra Emily, and why?
I like her.
Driving? No, I'm just playing.
Oh,
I'm just playing. I'm just playing. I like Extra Emily too.
My car is total too, but that's not the point. So no, I like that she just does.
Extra Emily's my inspiration and my car is totaled in the same sentence is insane.
Like,
That's hilarious.
I did the same thing where I just travel on
In
my
IRL?
Yeah.
I'm sorry I'm not talking. I'm generally like listening to the lecture. Like I'm like, you know what I mean?
And the confidence she has walking in those places.
Yeah.
I think that's great. Mr. Keem.
This is no glaze.
Can't say me, I will go next.
Agent00. He's the best variety streamer ever, alright?
He's saying
not me.
Best variety streamer, what do you mean by that? Why is he better than Lyric?
He's very consistent. He does immaculate IRL content. He's an amazing gamer, and he's a reacts king.
I would say what he does better. What does he do better than Lyric?
Well, I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't watch a lot of Lyric. I know who he is,
What
but I
does he
don't
do
watch
better
him.
than Soda Poppin'? What's he do better than me?
What's he do better
It's
than?
not a competition, Ludwig.
I know the answer. I want to see if he knows the answer.
Well, I will say this. He is the professor of the year of 2025. So.
I think the only reason I'm pushing you on this is when I want you to
I was locked in. You scared me. My bad.
mention your GOAT, I need you to really know who they are.
Okay, so what he does do better, I would say, is like. So he has a group, AMP, and they make content together regularly. And I don't know if you have like a group. Maybe you have like the Yard or something.
I think, and Agent, you can back me up. I think what Agent does better than almost anyone is the thoughtfulness of his segments.
I agree.
I think he ideates probably more than almost any other streamer, and then the segments that come out of that are much more creative, pound for pound.
Yeah.
Okay, as opposed to someone like me or Lyric, who are much more desktop focused, or an IRL streamer who's too scared to try out desktop. Agent will push boundaries in the expressiveness about his ideas. Okay, so that's what I would spot for you. Do you agree with me on that?
Yeah, all the compliments I'll take.
All right.
All the compliments
I'll
I'll take.
We're gonna go next after that. We have not heard from you yet.
Hi, I'm Tatum Biddick. My goal, I would say, is to become like the first female athlete in this kind of industry. I play softball, so I don't really know many athletes in general that sit here and stream like this and make it here. So especially females. So that's my goal.
Okay, I like that.
Yeah.
You're trying to develop a niche then.
Yes.
I like that. All right, let's go through then. All right.
The Joker has hacked our stream and he's making our Wi-Fi terrible. We gotta go handle this, but we were here, so please don't tell Dean Sinat.
Get your homework. Let's go.
We'll be back.
You interrupted class. Get out and don't come back.
All right, see y'all.
What's the count on it?
Okay. Were those people dressed as the fucking?
Lorax.
Okay.
Yeah.
They got a character for every day. That's fine.
He was somebody else earlier. He was Vector.
Yeah, he was.
Today,
It was Victor earlier.
guys, show of hands. Did anyone here not write something down? Did anyone here not put down their goals? My genuine advice at this point, and I do not say this with malice in my heart, you should probably quit streaming.
That's wrong.
I do not think you are cut out for what it takes to be a full-time streamer if you are not willing to put the work in right now to do such simple things as laying out the goals for what you want for yourself. I don't care if you guys are successful. I'm a multi-millionaire. My life is awesome. But if you don't care for your own life and your own success, then who can? Who is supposed to? All right?
Okay, wait, hold on. Let me write that down. Let me write that down. Hold on. Let me write that down.
You're successful. I'm a multi-millionaire. My life is awesome. But if you don't care for your own life and your own success, then who can?
Write that down. Excuse me. I spelled that wrong. Believe. Wait, now I have to rewind. What did he say? I have to rewind.
Who is care? If you don't care for your own life and your own success,
if you don't care about your own success, who will?
then who can? Who is supposed to? All right? Prove me wrong. I would love to see it in 3 years. If you didn't write this, maybe you're watching online, you didn't write the goals down, even though I told you to do it. I told you to put down who your goats were, what your goals were, think about your schedule. If you didn't do any of that, then you probably won't want to spark stream. You probably won't want to come up with these things and be the streamer that you hope to be in your dreams. What you got for me?
Please use the bathroom.
Yeah, you can use the bathroom. Look, at any moment you guys can leave. I don't care. Do you? All right, guys. I feel like we were talking about more high-level things that you can work on for your life, whatever. All right, I know a lot of you guys are already successful streamers on Twitch, but if you do not know, this is some generic advice that I think is applicable to everyone. I think we all know this. You cannot grow on Twitch. We know this, right? There's no discoverability. We have heard about this. We've heard about this ad nauseum. And so what do? You go to other platforms. Maybe you make YouTube videos, whatever. I try to prove this. I made a video asking whether Twitch was luck or skill. I went live on a secret channel, and I waited to see how long it would take for me to get viewership. Okay, usually when I go live, I get 10 to 20,000 viewers. I was live for 4 hours. I didn't get a single viewer. I didn't even get a bot. That was fucked up. If you were to go live on Kai Sinat's channel and Kai were to go live on your channel, you would have more viewers on his channel than he would on yours.
Mm-hmm.
That's just how the platform of Twitch works. It is dog shit in that sense, yeah?
You stream a lot on YouTube. What do you think of like YouTube Live's discoverability?
I think
that's a good question.
We're having a whole class on YouTube, I think tomorrow. YouTube Live's discoverability is worse than it could be because YouTube gets a lot more money from people watching videos than from live streams. So they do not push live streams. They do occasionally but not nearly to the extent that somebody like TikTok does, where you get the live stream, you're like, why do they keep fucking pushing me live streams? And then you accidentally click, and then you're in the live stream hell, and then you have to close out. Like a platform like TikTok's a lot better at pushing live streams than YouTube. YouTube doesn't really do it because it doesn't pay them the big bucks. And they're scared to fuck with the money maker, which is VODs. All right. So, question for y'all.
Come on, Paul.
How many hours should you stream a day?
I have watched multiple videos on that, and I have been told multiple times by different people, 3 is the sweet spot. 3 to 4. 3 to 4 is the sweet spot. If you're a small streamer trying to, you know, rise the ranks, such as myself, 3 to 4 hours. So that way you have enough time after stream to go back into the VOD, edit clips, post on whatever, and do whatever.
Go.
That's what I've personally been told.
All right, love it. What you got?
Did she say 8 to 12? Wait. Did she say 8 to 12?
Hours should you stream a day? Go.
8 to 12.
Oh my god, 8 to 12 a day? That's insane. 45 minutes.
All right, love it. What you got?
Wait, a day?
How many hours you stream a day?
Personally, or are you saying?
How many hours should you stream?
I think 2 to 4.
Okay, who else?
2 to 4.
I think like 4 to 6.
Okay.
I think it all depends on your viewership. If you're streaming to nobody, why are you streaming for 12 hours? You know what I mean? If you're streaming to some people, why are you streaming for 1 hour? You know what I mean? I think it's just finding that sweet spot. So for me, personally, 3 hours is good enough. 3 hours.
Anyone else got an answer?
But for big streamers, obviously 6-hour streams are obviously like, you know, they walk in, say, oh, let's go chat, and they freaking yap for like 2 hours, or they do whatever for 2 hours, and then they look at, you know, desktop for another 2 hours, and then they go IRL or something to get some food. You know what I mean? There's, you know, average Dre stream fires it up, internet crashes W stream. Look, but has it crashed this stream? No, it has not. It has not. It's not.
I would agree with 4 as well.
And I give it all up to my buddy Ray Sean because because we're currently streaming at 720p. Does it look okay? But it didn't shut down. Like the stream didn't end. Like it lagged out for like 3 seconds. It looks fine. Okay, that's all that really matters.
4 6. All right, I like that. I think you guys are in the money spot. 8 to 12 is way too long. You are
way too long.
Wasting your time. And this is about efficiency of time, okay? You can stream 12 hours, you'll make more money, you'll get more subs, you'll get more followers, whatever. But the efficiency of your time just isn't there. Because Twitch is not gonna help you grow as a creator. You are basically cashing in on the audience you currently have. This is a 6-hour stream of mine. All right, this is from June 11th. This is one of my best.
95,000 viewers. 11,000 max viewers. Wait, what? Oh, 95 unique viewers. 7,000 average viewers. Honestly, bro, 7,000 viewers is insane amount. If it were up to me, literally, like I said this before, 10 to 50, I'm happy, bro. Anywhere from 10 to 50 consistently, I'm happy, dude. I'm happy. I'm a happy camper, dude. 10 to 50.
Ever. I'm going to ask you guys right now. This is a little bit of a trick question. Why is this one of my best streams ever?
Oh, yeah, I have to look at the stats again. Wait, is there anything I needed to write down or anything I should have written down?
It's not going to help you grow as a creator. You are basically cashing in on the audience.
Okay, I'm going to write that down. Which I already knew this, but streaming longer does not help you grow more. It gives you a nice check, but not growth.
This is a 6-hour stream of mine. All right, this is from June 11th.
Why was this a good stream? He got 700 new followers, 600 new subs, and 61,000 views.
This is one of my best streams ever. I'm gonna ask you guys right now. This is a little bit of a trick question. Why is this one of my best streams ever? You can take a look at, I have all the metrics out for you. This is my YouTube analytics, this is my Twitch analytics.
Because of the watch time?
Because of the watch time, okay, what you got?
I think you're just very consistent.
Consistency, all right.
Come on. He went over there and looked at it. I don't know if he like fully drank it though. I bet she did.
I mean, your title says Game with Friends. Maybe it was a big collaborative event, so it drew a lot of viewers to your channel.
Okay. What you got?
I don't know, maybe you got some good clips or something.
You got double your normal stuff.
Okay, you are close. What you got?
You made, you upped your average viewers?
Yeah, by 100. It's marginal. All right. Just real quick, by show of hands, who self-describes himself as a clip farmer? AKA, who goes live, who can get a bunch of clips, you can throw them on Instagram, TikTok, whatever, and they do very well, but maybe on stream, you're used to getting like 100, 200 viewers, a smaller number than the amount of views your clips get. Does that sound familiar to anyone? Is anyone?
I guess, yeah. My clips on average, like on TikTok, get roughly around 100 to 200 viewers, and I've never, not once, except for that time I got view botted and follow botted, ever seen my views go up more than like 30.
Really thriving on clips, but it's not, transferring to long form. Okay? All right? What you guys are really good at is streaming for the clip. It's second nature. You probably have gone through a stream, hit the moment, knew, oh, that's the clip that I'll post later, and then gone through the rest of your stream. I am old school. They did not have clips. Okay? They deadass didn't even have short form. So what I did is I streamed for the YouTube video. I would create a segment in my stream. The entire stream would be me recording the YouTube video live. Okay? For example, I have the rarest Pokemon box. Today I'm going to open it up. We're going to see what's inside. Very clear expectation of the context of what's going to be happening in the stream. Later on, I'll have an editor edit that. Think of your streams as recording sessions. That's all they are. So what's the ideal amount of time to stream? I would say, how many segments can you get out of the stream? You're probably not going to get 8 to 12 hours of segments. I cap out at around 4. So why is this my best stream? These are all the segments that I got out of it. Real quick, this is a...
Sorry, hold on. Let me go back. I was like touching the TikTok.
Today I'm going to open it up. We're going to see what's inside. Very clear expectation of the context of what's going to be happening in the stream. Later on, I'll have an editor edit that. Think of your streams as recording sessions. That's all they are. So what's the ideal amount of time to stream? I would say, how many segments can you get out of the stream?
So I'll write that down too. I don't necessarily go for the clip unless something like I'm doing something where I know I can get a clip out of it. Or if I'm bouncing off of a chat. So if Handsome Man calls me fat and, you know what I mean? Like we're going back and forth, that's a clip. If Leisha calls me and she's acting all, that's a clip. You know what I mean? That's kind of the way I see it. That's the way I see it. So I'd say the perfect stream time depends on the amount of segments slash, I'll say clips, slash clips.
You're probably not going to get 8 to 12 hours of segments. I cap out at around 4. So why is this my best stream? These are all the segments that I got out of it. Real quick, this is the revenue. This is going to be for later.
505 paid subs, Prime subs, gifted subs, 1,000 from ads. Oh my god!
This is the revenue the stream made. It made $5,500. Okay, just keep that in mind. That's not a flex, just keep that in mind. This is the content that I got out of it, okay? So we had 3 VODs, just got 14K, 178K, 140K. I got 3 edited videos, 320K, a million, 330K. I got a couple shorts at $500,000 and $1 million, okay? All right, that's all from one stream. 1 6-hour stream, I got all of that, okay? That's the 5,500, that's how much a stream made. If I streamed double, I might have made 7K. This is how much all that content made.
Holy moly.
All that content made 25,000. That is separate from the stream's revenue, by the way. 30 bands from one stream. 30 bands from one stream, 5/6 of which is from the stuff that comes out of the stream afterwards. This is called the content funnel. This is why being a streamer is so valuable. Because when you stream, you can turn that stream into a YouTube video. You can have a thriving VOD channel. You can get amazing clips that are driving people to different sites. Maybe your long form, maybe your short form, whatever.
So question there. When it comes to like planning, because I've tried and played with this a little bit myself. I kind of wonder, do you ever like?
Bear, can you close the door on him?
Have you ever tried, or do you still like kind of make scripts in a way, like before, like say you have something that you want to really make sure that you talk about or you say? Have you ever like been like, okay, this is what for this segment I have some type of script for.
Are you talking about for long form?
Yeah, for the long form. Like when you're like, okay, I know that I want to make sure that I talk about this in my long form.
So I think ultimately the question here is, do you have scripts for your segments? No, I just have rough segments that I know are going to happen. So this stream, I set up a Metro Chameleon lobby that I was going to do with some friends that I knew would hit because I knew the group was really good because Northern Lion was in it and he's electric, okay? I had planned to watch the CoffeeZilla video because the Lego scandal it's like a big drama. It's a hot topic. A lot of people want to hear about it. And CoffeeZilla is like the investigative guy. And I've been doing this challenge called the God Gamer Gauntlet. And that one was a little more freeform. But it's a structured stream that I have set up that people are familiar with. And so I knew I was going to do all 3 of these concepts going in. Okay? And that was my game plan. I'm not as good of a clip farmer as other people. So I just have an editor. And I say, find it. Find the diamonds for me. 'Cause I'm not good.
I have an editor and I say, find it.
But a lot of you guys are really good at this part. So what do you do if you're good at this part? How do I get better long form? This is all you're working on now. This is all we're focused on now. You know how to get the clip. Why do we have to worry about it? You already know how to do it. So let's improve the other part of our game. Okay? I used to be dog shit at recording offline videos, which is weird. I would think, live streaming, I'd be good at it. I made another channel that was only offline recordings just to work on that skill. Now I'm electric at it. I feel great about it. You're good at getting clips?
Yeah.
So let's get good at this. This is what you're working on now. Long form. So we're thinking about segments on stream that would turn into good YouTube videos. You have to study that game. You have to study people who do it. You have to do things that are authentic to yourself. But this is the content funnel. In your live streams, you should not just be getting clips. You should not just be getting long form videos. You should be getting everything. You get everything in one.
Good question. So I know you made 25,000.
Yeah, 25K?
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, that's me.
Okay. And
what's the question?
How much did you spend on those clippers and editors?
Well, I'll do a class on that tomorrow, going through all my finances. I have a company of about 15 people. My expenses are like $250,000 a month, or excuse me, yeah, $250,000 a month about. So it's hard to say because it's not like individually catered towards this stream. It's not like the clipper gets paid necessarily for just this, like they're a full-time employee, so. But I'll have a better breakdown tomorrow, and that class will be available online. I can send it to you.
All right, so look, would you agree that when you stream versus make a YouTube video, there's like a different flair or like a flavor to it? So do you have any tips for when you use your stream to make a video, how to edit that well to do well on YouTube?
Okay, the question was, you think videos are better when they are recorded than when they are streamed?
No, I think it's a different feel.
It's a different feel.
Yeah.
So I think what it requires is a little love after the stream. So the stream is hard because you're live. You can't always contextualize things. You don't always know what the moment is that needs repackaging later on. VO will help you get the feel of the live stream feeling like an offline recording. That's the value of VO. Because you can basically carry through boring moments to moments that are more exciting. You can do a new intro now that you have the knowledge of what happened. Okay, so I think it comes out of voiceover. and giving your editors more ammo to make a better product.
I don't know what I'm gonna write down for that, but I want to start making actual YouTube videos that like I edit and go through. But I don't know, I just haven't done it. I just kind of been, I'll say it, I've been lazy. I've been lazy and I've just kind of been doing like the lazy streamer way, where they just like record something like this. They record it and then throw it on YouTube with no edits, no. So if anything happens, it's just there. It's just in there, you know, and they don't really have a choice.
Any other questions on the content funnel? A lot of you guys chit-chatting back there for how bad you are at YouTube. I've seen it. Okay? A lot of chit-chat for how bad you are at YouTube.
You're right.
Hold on. What happened? Hold on. Give YouTube videos some love and after care.
A lot of you guys chit-chatting back there for how bad you are at YouTube. I've seen it. Okay? A lot of chit-chat for how bad you are at YouTube.
You're right.
I'm just saying, sometimes it is really easy to just focus on the thing you are good at. Let's improve the thing we are bad at. Some of you here don't even have YouTube channels, by the way. I looked through all of your channels. We don't even have YouTube channels, or we haven't uploaded in 4 months. That is not acceptable. Here's the deal, guys. You are not just competing against other small streamers. You are competing against every streamer. You need to be better than the biggest streamers to be getting the attention of viewers. All right? I have good news for you. Most streamers are absolute dog shit. Most streamers are absolute dog shit legacy streamers who boot up a game and just kind of coast, and they're multimillionaires, and they're not providing new things. So if you're hungrier, if you're willing to work on the stuff you're not good at, you can replace some of them, okay? But it's not negotiable. You have to be doing long-form videos. You have to be working on clips. And you can do it slow. I know it's expensive. It's hard to get all the editors for it, whatever. You can do it slow, but make it something you are actively working on. Okay, I want to leave you guys with a quote here. This is from Abe Lincoln. Give me 6 hours to cut a tree and I'll spend 4 sharpening the axe. What's the connection there, Marlon?
The connection is you're sharpening the tool instead of the.
Dude.
Holy fries, dude. Holy fries. If you spend more time sharpening your weapon, the easier it will be to, you know, cut down the tree. You know what I mean? The more time you spend perfecting something, the better, the easier it'll be. Essentially, that's what I'm getting.
The connection here is we're spending 4 hours figuring out what we're gonna do on the stream, so then our stream can be the most successful stream it can be. Right? We don't spend 6 hours just going live because you had 6 hours available. It would be genuinely more valuable if you had 8 hours to go live, to spend 4 hours figuring out what you're gonna do, and then 4 hours doing it, than just being live for 8 hours. Some of you guys stream too much. We gotta be streaming less. And it doesn't mean we're taking the time off. It means we're actively taking that time to be thinking about what we're gonna do on stream, okay? And every big streamer does this. Sometimes they have help, which makes it a lot easier for them because they got capital, they got money to do it. If you do not have that, then your time is your capital, and you have to use that time to set up your streams the best you can. That is the end of my class. You guys have any questions for me? You have any questions
that was
you'd like
it?
to go over? It can be about anything streamer related. While you have me, we have another 5 minutes here before you got to get out.
Should every stream be turned into a YouTube video?
Should every stream? No. Maybe the stream you thought was going to be good and it turned out dog shit. You shouldn't make a dog shit YouTube video. Or maybe you had to do some commitment for a sponsor. You don't want to make that a video. I'm doing a Twitch Rivals event. God knows I'm not making that into a YouTube video. I'm playing Valorant for 7 hours. And the light of day will never see that, but I will still do it. It just won't be a YouTube video. Agent, what you got?
What's the split on like how you spend your time on a day-to-day?
I can go back to my schedule, but this is pretty honest. This is pretty honest to what I do almost every day, Monday through Friday. I mean, weekends are more variable because I got events or whatever, I'm going out, but...
How about on days you're not streaming?
On days I'm not streaming? I don't know, I'm just fucking big chilling. I think I'm streaming probably 6 days a week, maybe like 2 to 4 hours, really. Like I'm not doing long streams. Okay, I stream maybe 3 to 5 is more accurate, but like I think I've streamed 90 hours in the last month. I probably spent another 90 hours thinking about what I was going to do, but it's 90 hours total. Yeah, what's up?
Well, do you have set out days, or you just kind of you go with the whatever 6 days that week is allowing you to?
They're not necessarily like concrete like that, because I think as a streamer you probably notice you have to be malleable. Yeah. Maybe you're called to an event here, there. Yeah. So it's more so about like, okay, I know I got to take a day off or whatever, as opposed to Wednesdays I'm off. Yeah. What you got? Another question?
Okay, so I've been stuck for a long time in the night shift. So my viewers peak between 2 to 6 a.m. Eastern time. And I've tried to transition to earlier times, but my viewers just don't transition well because most of them are overseas. What's the best way to transition?
Just do it. Stick to it. Just do it. Stick to it. You're not going to get those viewers to switch their schedules, most likely. You're just going to have to get new viewers in that new time zone. But if that's the time zone you want to be in it, be in it. I remember, bro, all that shit. When I was starting out streaming, people were like, oh, you cannot stream in the 4 p.m. time slot because all the big streamers are there. That's bullshit. Just pick whatever's best for you. Okay? Believe in yourself. Make it catered around what you are trying to do to thrive. You do not have to cater around other people in that sense. I just don't personally believe in that. I think it's fine to just have confidence that you will succeed in this new time slot. And I think time will show that whatever losses you had were small enough, you can recoup them with your effort and energy.
Yeah, so what's the metric to get into streamer games? Like,
What's the metric to get into streamer games?
Yeah, what we got
honestly, I think it is people who I think are coming to this university and will genuinely be a big streamer one day. And not because, you know, they have a crazy amount of viewers now, but they care enough to do that. I showed you these numbers, guys. They are real. Like, genuinely half of you are going to fail in the sense that you will have come to Streamer U and you will have nothing to show for it in a year. I mean, it's just true. A lot of people are here going to be this red line. So I want to take people who would be maybe a little green line like this, have them at Streamer Games, and maybe they can go way bigger, you know? I want to give opportunity to people who will take advantage of it. I don't want to give opportunity to someone who in a year won't even stream. That's ultimately it. All right.
I stream 100 hours a month and my chat calls me a part-time streamer.
You stream 100 hours a month, your chat calls you a part-time streamer.
Yeah, they won't stop.
What are you using the other time for? Is it for stream? If you're being honest.
A lot of the time that I spend off stream is like either planning stuff off stream, like planning stuff for streams, or sometimes I'm spending like quality time with my friends.
I would say, I don't know what your offline time is. 100 hours seems fine to me. I think chat's just being chat, and you just gotta ride with them. But I think 100 hours is fine. I would think 120 to 130 is a sweet spot.
Hi. My question is, what would you do if like you start up as like a YouTuber and like you're so used to like editing and like taking time, being intentional about that, and then going into like streaming and then feeling like you don't have like that editing and like that, I don't know, like what's the word?
The control over product. It's just because you're not confident doing it. If you did it 1,000 times, how many times have you streamed?
Probably like a few times, like not that many times.
That's it.
Sorry, really quick, sorry.
Ow. Do you remember when you first edited? Yes.
Like in my life?
Yes.
7 years ago.
Were you dog shit?
Yes.
At least she's honest. At least she's
You gotta
honest.
stream to become a good streamer. That's step one. Guys, that's time. Y'all are good. Appreciate y'all being here. I will not be seeing you guys again Guys, just to be clear though, I will not be seeing you again. You will be getting homework from me every day for the rest of Streamer U. It will be available on the website or your app, the Streamer U app.
I just want to say that, I felt like your class was my favorite. I'm not trying to blaze, but I was actually coming here with the intention of troll, and I'm really glad I didn't, because I learned a lot.
I'm glad you didn't troll too. Where's Bader at? Bader, can you just get her channel? What's up?
Okay.
Yeah.
Excuse me, sir. I just want to apologize for being late, and I want you to know that I am hungry and I do want it.
Okay. Why were we late then?
Okay, you're right.
Why were we late?
Oh, I was up to no good. I'm gonna be honest, but I'm here and I'm just trying to.
I appreciate the honesty.
Yeah, I'm just trying to take advantage of everything.
I'm glad you're able to make it.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much.
I just want to say this was genuinely a super informative class and probably the best class I'll have throughout this entire.
Okay, so the rest of
Raid RAID?
Yeah, I'm gonna raid you. I'm gonna raid you with my viewers at 5 p.m. So just stay live through 5.
But it's a great option.
It sounds like you know the answer.
Where I'm staying true to myself and able to bring in support.
Weird because like I feel weird that I'm not using my degree, but I am at the same time because everything.
Yeah, I have 2 degrees. English and
I
journalism.
have 3. Psychology.
Okay, okay. 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 Okay, sorry. All right, next is Agent. I think I started watching. Yeah, I did start watching. I think it was one of the other streams, but I just like
First, I would like to say is I know everybody's streaming, but if everybody keep talking and stuff like that and interrupt.
So this is what I'm gonna do. So this is the game plan. So I think what I'm gonna do is, because stream as of right now is 2 hours long, and the video itself is an hour long. I think I'm going to do this one, and then stop. So like that'll be like part 1, I guess, of learning how to be a better streamer, and then the rest will be part 2, and if we have to, part 3, etc. But yeah, so yeah, we're gonna do this one, and then after that, I'm gonna stop the recording, and now you know, it's gonna be a doozy to upload to YouTube though. Holy. All right.
It's gonna make it very difficult to get through.
Ludwig though, he gave me. As of right now, I have technically 1, 2, 3, 4 pages of like knowledge. You know what I mean? Like, is there? I kind of don't want to move on yet because he dropped a lot of gems. I don't want to like. I just want to make sure I don't like skip anything. You know what I mean? I'm gonna go back to like near the end and just see if he said anything that was, you know.
Longevity and like longevity.
But it's a great option.
It sounds like you know the answer.
Yeah.
Okay.
I would say.
What's the word?
The control process. It's just because you're not confident doing it. If you did it 1,000 times, how many times you streamed?
Probably like a few times, but not that many times.
That's it. What do you remember when you first edited? Yes.
Like in my life?
Yes.
7 years ago.
Were you dog shit?
Yeah.
In here. I will not be seeing you guys again.
Okay, that was it for the rest of this class. Ludwig.
This, I think y'all will learn something. Let's lock in, bro. I know everybody's really excited because this is a great opportunity. I bet the views are looking good. You're meeting a lot of cool people, things of that nature. But there's going to be a long time after this where you will hopefully still be streaming and hopefully still be succeeding. So you want to learn some of these concepts. And I'm going to keep it practical as possible because I want you guys to actually apply some of the stuff that's going on. Before we get started, who's been here that's been streaming for more than like 2 years? Right here. Okay, that's about half the class.
Okay, so my thing. Okay, so people have asked me that question, and I always say 2 years. Here, let's go to Twitch Tracker. Twitch Tracker. Social Blade as well. What is this? What is solely known? Am I gonna get hacked? Okay, let's look up Ray 1. 7 hours viewers, 7 hours streamed, 10 peak viewers, 47 hours watched, 6 out of 7 days active, 2 games streamed, 0.64 followers an hour, 5 followers gained, 223 total hours streamed. Wait, we're not here for that. What am I doing? Okay, so let's say, okay, yeah, October 2019 to 2026. Let's see, what was 2019 like though? I guess. Wait, I want to see everything. It's not showing me like everything, you know? All time. Let's do all time. Last 30 days. Okay, all time. So that's 2026. Okay, yeah, I'm lost. I'm very much so lost. Unless I'm like slow or something. I'm very lost. Let's see. Dre the 1. DR3 THA1. There we go. Wow. C+ grade? The total grade is the value of position of social blade rank, depending on the ranking. Okay. Okay. Monthly gained followers. Okay, I don't want to. What's like the. I need the streams. I need the streams. I need a subscription to look at my analytics. Okay. DR3, TH1. All-time stats. December 2023, I streamed. So I started consistently streaming June 2025. So that was about, what, a year ago? Oh my god, that was a year ago. June, what day is that? Peak viewership month was May of 2026, and I think that's when I did collab. So that's viewers. Monthly viewers? Okay, that makes sense. The most hours watched was 303? Okay. Okay. But yeah, so 2020, so like June 2025 is when I started consistently streaming. Calendar. Oh my gosh, this was my entire calendar. Wait, what was that? Hold on, let me start this. This website kind of heat. Hold on a minute. You telling me everything about myself? Man, are you making it easy? Man. Hold on, let's take this bookmark. Okay, wait. Let's get back to the video. Let's get back to the video.
Who's a newer streamer like the last year or so? Okay, nice. Okay, cool. So we got a little bit of everything. We're gonna structure it like, quiet down. We're gonna structure it like 0 to 1 million followers. So we're gonna start with the first bit from 0 to 250,000 followers. Then we're gonna go to the middle from 250 to 750,000 followers, and then beyond that. In the presentation, I'm gonna tell you like what your team should potentially look like.
Okay, I'm not gonna lie. I did watch like 5 minutes of this. So I technically, I think I should skip ahead just to make the video shorter. If you want to watch the rest of the video, I mean, you know, look it up on your own time. That's all I can really say. But it's like 5 minutes. You're not really missing much.
It had 680,000 on a time to capture somebody's interest. So what I would like to present is next time you're scrolling short form, next time you're even watching long form YouTube videos, I want you to think about what you're thinking about while you're watching it. What about it specifically is interesting? you will start to pick up a lot of strategies from the stuff you like that you can apply into your own content.
Already a bar. Like, already a bar. So let's see. So I'll put like a subtitle. Content. So I'll say, don't just enjoy content. Don't just enjoy content. Think about why you enjoy it so you can apply that to your content.
Goodness gracious, Pudgy. No shirt, bro? All right. Dub, you can't sit in this front row. You gotta find somewhere else. Hey, quiet down, please.
Hey, listen. This is Professor of the Year of Class of 2025. This is one of the most important classes on our campus. Please listen. You're not in elementary. You see people walking. We don't gotta talk to them waving nothing. Jordan.
I made it.
We don't gotta be waving everything.
I made it. Holy fries.
I made sure to
pay attention, please. Go ahead.
Thank you, Dean Sinet. If you're really popular on a platform, like some of you guys, like Alyssa, you have a face that people have seen on TikTok a lot, you can use your face as the hook. You know what I'm saying? If you look at a lot of A&P videos, we just use our faces as the hook. So like if, for example, who here is like known for something that, Dub, what are you known for?
Having a son and food now.
Okay, nice. Well, in that instance, you could use your face in certain contexts that apply to that, right? If somebody thinks you're really knowledgeable with money and you're doing a money topic, sometimes your face is gonna be the thing that hooks people. So, you know, it doesn't have to be like a big thumbnail with a fucking red circle, you know? And then like you just have to, well, we'll explain a little bit later, but it just had to be like an itch that you could hook. So I got a couple examples here. I'm gonna show you the good example first. Hopefully it works. There we go. Yeah, let me turn this motherfucker up. You playing a racing game, somebody hit him. One guy went through the effort, again, all these cinematic shots, making sure you had no chance for your attention to get lost. Another person just played a clip. There's levels to this.
What if you don't have editing skills like that?
You gotta find editing skills. And so like, I will say, we're gonna get to it in a little bit, but a lot of the skills you hire for are actually things you should know. One, you're gonna know if someone's scamming you, if you know how it's done. But then two, on top of that, if they're not available and for some reason you need to get down and dirty, you should know how to edit a video, you should know how to edit a short, you should know how to do all the things you hire for. That's why I know how to make lotion and shit as the tone guys here. So I would like to say it's not always a success and you always have to be trying stuff. So even the biggest streamers in the building, they miss sometimes. You can do some stuff that doesn't hit all the time, but you should always be applying the principles. So I started a gaming page. In my head, I know what does that mean. The gaming page is at what? 200, it's like at 30,000 subscribers right now. It's performing well, views per video, but I'm not farming subs enough. What should I do in that instance? Lean into shorts. So not only am I posting YouTube shorts consistently now, but I also created a gaming Instagram so I could apply more shorts. And there's actually a pretty good conversion between Instagram Reels and content off platform. Instagram is actually maybe the most underrated thing in content right now. So let me give you a couple examples of hooks. This is an example of a hook where the
Okay, so I did hear that Instagram is the new TikTok, and I'm kind of seeing it because on some of the posts that I'm like posting on Instagram, TikTok, whatever it may be, like for example, I'll post the same video. Instagram, like 500, 800 viewers. 500, 800 views. TikTok, 200, 300 views. You know what I mean? So I think Instagram, he might be right in that, saying that like it'll push your video out. More people will see it.
Is what makes you intrigued in the content. I mean, I don't want to sign in, so. The catch and make you want to stay to the end. and you obviously can see the hat, and just, you know, it's implied that I'm gonna review the hat, but by the time you finish it, you're like, damn, that was so crazy. Maybe I watch it again. Now you loop somebody. Now you get mad watch time. Feel me? So this is an example of an Instagram reel that we posted like last week that performed pretty well. Yeah, what's that?
So a lot of my videos have POV, like you're 27 and single, so you go on a solo date. Like I'm known for my mukbang and solo date. Do you think POV is like important? If you think that's why the videos are hitting so much, because POV is so relevant?
It is impossible to answer without knowing your audience. It is like super audience specific. So I would have to look at your specific audience and see why something may or may not hit. Because something that hit for you might not hit for the next person. Feel me? So this is a thumbnail hook where the actual thumbnail, the content of the thumbnail is what makes you want to watch. So this is a clip that I deadass post. I repost it like every 3 months. But it was the intro I did for a 48-hour stream where I came down, rappelled from the ceiling. But you don't have to know any of that. It says craziest Twitch intro. Why is it so crazy? Well, why is this guy rappelling from the roof? So it adds like some interesting appeal. Who this applies for is anybody that watch streams. Why is this better than any Twitch intro I've seen before? It might not even be the best, but it's a unique one. It's unique enough to where every time I post it, it does well. I repost it like every 3 months. But in my opinion, like now you're using a thumbnail, you're using a caption, you could use somebody's face. You could even use the, what do you call it, the description in the bottom of it to interest people. So like, don't waste space. Everything they see could be another reason they discard your content, right? Think about the way you consume content. You be scrolling. You're not paying attention to nobody. You scroll. It could be someone you fuck with. You might scroll past it. So it's not enough to know people. It's not even enough to make good content. You deadass have to have the whole package. You know what I'm saying? Like once they watch the video, it has to be a good video, but you also have to package it to make it look like a real video if you want people to stick around.
So when you making certain videos, you have to pay attention to the analytics to see how it's performing, to see what works better for you.
Yeah, that's true. We'll get into that a little bit more, but that does apply. Yes, you're correct.
I'm sorry, wait. Let me go back. Kind of spaced out a little bit. What did she say?
Making certain videos, you have to pay attention to the analytics to see how it's performing, to see what works better for you.
Okay, yeah. So let me write that down too. My pen is running out of ink. Okay. Analytics can help show what viewers like to see, as well as what they don't want to see. Okay.
Yeah, that's true. We'll get into that a little bit more, but that does apply. Yes, you're correct. So this is like, to me, this is obvious, but there's a chance that you might not already be doing it. So let's say you're in fashion, right? Let's say you're in gaming. There's really no planet you shouldn't be on TikTok. You could type in gaming. You could click the 3 dots.
Let me see. Here, I'll do this as he's saying it.
You can click filter.
Go to TikTok. Type in gaming.
You can go by like.
Tap the 3 dots, and he said what?
Count, and you can go this.
And go by like count.
Bro, chill. That's a multi-dimensional portal, bro. Chill.
Oh my gosh, he's not showing.
Look, this is not real. What? He's on the other side. Nice. What is not real?
First thing I see is a Minecraft video.
He's on the other side. Nice. It's just my spidey sense, bro. What does that even mean? Spider spots? I'm mining the diamonds, dude. Bro, you don't want to mine those. What? I'm mining it, dude. What the?
Okay, so let me see latest. So, okay, let me see like count. Let's see this week.
It's getting really sad at this point, y'all. I want you to take a listen to this. I used to play squad fills on Fortnite when none of my friends were on because solos were too scary.
I used to play squad fills on Fortnite.
Oh, okay, so that's Fortnite drama. That's a meme about Luigi.
They're my style.
That's Marvel Tocon.
Make me feel like Spider-Man. I love swinging. It's getting really sad at this point, y'all. I want you to take a listen.
Okay, yeah. Man, it's mainly just Fortnite memes, if I'm being entirely honest. It's mainly just Fortnite
If you
memes.
don't know what's popping in your genre, in your field on TikTok in the last 2 weeks, you genuinely don't care about your job. That's what it feels like, because if this was any
Wait,
other
go back.
context,
We need to write
you
that down.
wouldn't pay
We
attention.
need to write that down. We need to write that down. Let's go back.
You don't care about your job. That's what it you can go by like count, and you can go this week or this month. If you don't know what's popping in your genre, in your field on TikTok in the last
I'll put as a creator, I'm running out of space. You need to be on top of the gaming trends, which is exactly why as soon as TwitchCon is over, I'm buying Wolverine. I don't care what I have to do, I'm buying Wolverine. Wait, sorry, not gaming trends. You need to be on top of the trends in your niche. Like, okay, look. Now, if anybody is truly watching this, I know it might seem boring. Oh, he's just sitting there watching a YouTube video. I genuinely want this. Like, I genuinely want to be a creator, and I want to be a big enough creator. I don't want. I've said this on my streams multiple times. I don't want to be Kai Cenat. I don't want to be freaking like. I don't want to be on Oprah Winfrey. You know what I mean? I don't want to be not Oprah. I don't want to be on the Good Morning Show. I don't want to be on freaking Saturday Night. I don't want all that. I just want to be able to wake up and be comfortable. That's all I've ever wanted in life. Is to freedom and comfort. That's all I've ever wanted. If I get those two in my life, I'm more than happy. I'm more than happy. 110%. I don't need all the money in the entire world. It would be nice, but I don't need all the money in the entire world. I just want to wake up and be comfortable. I don't want to worry that my water bill is going to be cut off next month because I didn't hit a Twitch goal. You know what I mean? I want to be big enough to where I can wake up and be like, I can take a day off. You know? I can chill. I can relax. I can, you know what I mean? That's what I want. That's why I said I want to be like Agent. Agent makes content. He has fun. He loves doing what he does. He literally hangs out with his friends. He essentially gets paid to live. Like, he just does live and records it and gets paid for it. Like, that's what I want. That's what I want to be able to do. I want to be able to grow enough. And you will. Thank you, Leisha. I truly just want to be able to, you know what I mean? Just, you know. Why does the chat go away so fast? Fades away like in a nanosecond. I'm gonna have to fix that.
last 2 weeks, you genuinely don't care about your job. That's what it feels like, because if this was any other context, you would pay attention. If you were an athlete, you would kind of pay attention to the stuff you put in your body. If you're a streamer, you should pay attention to the content that's performing. This is part of the job. Yeah, can we quiet down, please? So if you haven't been doing it, make it a habit. In fact, what I like to do is I literally create a separate TikTok, a separate YouTube, where the only thing I do on it is research. So the algorithm specifically feeds me interesting, unique, creative stuff because that's the only thing I consume on it. So I don't watch my usual videos on there. I specifically use it just to see what's hitting, what's working. Not just for stuff in your bubble. Genuinely, you'll have so many bangers if you start looking at other bubbles. You know what I'm saying? It's interesting though. Like, there are French streamers with 40,000 live viewers that you've never heard of. There are Spanish viewers with 50,000 live viewers you've never heard of. It's not that they're not big, they're just not in your bubble. There's a lot of stuff happening. It's not happening in this bubble. You guys are in this Stream University bubble. It's mad shit happening in the world. If you're not paying attention to all of it, you're missing out tremendously.
So, like, who are your favorite underrated streamers or creators that a lot of people don't know about, but that you're like, they're around, they have a lot of potential?
Alyssa, I think she's fire over there. Suburb's hilarious. Chibu didn't make it here. I wish she got picked, but Chibu's really funny to me.
Okay, so not me. Okay.
Yeah, not me. Okay. Did you want me to say you? Okay. You're pretty great too. Yeah. Yeah, I love your content. Yeah.
What about this?
What about this
So
guy?
I would like to say, there's a good, okay, certain things you can't learn without trying. It's facts, right? I mean, sure, somebody could tell it to you, but sometimes actually experiencing it hits harder. So the YouTube Shorts to YouTube videos is undefeated. First of all, YouTube Shorts is just the best way to get subs on YouTube, okay? And you might be saying, like, this is streaming university. Why are you talking about YouTube and short form so much? It is impossible to grow as a streamer, okay? I don't know if you noticed. You will not grow as a streamer by streaming more hours. In fact, you won't even grow as a streamer by making good content. You will only grow as a streamer if you're making good content and people can see it on all the platforms. You know what I'm saying? So it don't matter how funny your clip was today. If niggas not clipping it on Twitter and a TikTok.
Thank you, Mom.
Are you still on the live?
Mm-hmm.
Hi, everybody.
Is everything all right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Got in trouble.
Is it you got in trouble?
I got in trouble
With who?
because I did too much workouts.
Oh, okay.
So when I will take a shower and sit down, I was told.
Good.
That looks like the man who do not speak.
Him? Oh, a little bit, yeah.
A little bit. See it?
Yeah, I didn't notice that.
Alright, okay, I'm done.
I love you.
Me too. Luke's hunting.
TikTok's not sharing it.
I said Luke's hunting right now. Might look like you're low on something. It's hunting.
Okay.
Then, I mean, nobody saw it. Your audience saw it, but they're already watching you. You feel me? So get in the habit of trying to share some of the stuff that's happening, not just on stream. The grind is not just more hours on stream. This is very prehistoric mindset, okay? The grind is having a moment and then finding ways to share it with everybody. So streaming, you essentially now are a content creator. You're not a streamer no more. It's a full-on content creator. What's that?
So how do you like do it as to like, you said that people are in their own bubbles. How do you like get out of those bubbles? Like for instance, Speed, right? He has a big fan base because he gets out of his bubble. So how do you?
Sorry, 1 second. All right. No, 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 no.
How do you get out of your bubble? You just have to make an effort to consume different types of content that you may not particularly be interested in. It could be in a different language, it could be in a different font, but you just have to make a serious effort to, you won't leave it by accident. If you let your algorithm, it'll keep you in that bubble because that's the stuff you like. You just have to start consuming different things. That'll be on you, low-key, to just, teach your algorithm a little bit.
I got a question.
What's that?
Why you think Kai only posts shorts on YouTube but don't post them videos on Instagram Reels?
I think he's, I don't know. He's been talking about starting on Reels. Yeah, he's just been off for a while, focusing on other stuff. So, but just because somebody doesn't necessarily mean it's good or bad strategy, it's kind of just what works for you. Being everywhere for the average streamer works. I will also say, sometimes things apply to the biggest streamers that's not gonna apply to you. Like it might only work for them because they're them. You get what I'm saying? So like, take it with a grain of salt when you see a really, really big streamer doing something. It might not always work. It's worth trying stuff though, but it might not always work. Instagram Reels is OP. Are you who's posting on Instagram Reels here? Why?
I post on everything. Instagram, which I mean, if you haven't already, you should follow me. You know what I'm saying? You should follow me. Wait. Oh, sorry. You should follow me. Wait, no, still wrong. You should follow me. Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, Twitch, of course. Dre the One, DR3, THA1. Yeah, if you haven't already, you should.
You are not, brother. How do I tell you, right?
Oh, also, I need to write down. Not everything. Not everything that works for others will work for you, and vice versa.
Let me tell you how remember TikTok 3 years ago? That is Instagram Reels today. And especially if you have an existing audience on Instagram, it's crack.
Really go up faster.
Way faster. Not just on Instagram, but it just shares shit so well. Jeremiah. You can, it depends on your niche. I would say probably don't post more than 1 or 2 times. But there's some people that post 4 or 5 times. It just depends on your niche. Some niches are a lot more acceptable to spam posts. Some niches you could deadass post the same video every week for like the rest of the year.
So you be reposting your own content again and again?
You can. You can. Like if enough time passes and a clip hit, I already post it.
Yeah. That's my question. When I post on TikTok, they flag my content for unoriginal content. If it gets clipped, my clipper sent me the clip, and I have to appeal it sometimes.
Okay, I will say, so all the social platforms don't like clipping culture. It's true, okay? And there is probably going to get nerfed at some point, most likely. They consider it unoriginal because it is technically not an original piece of content. The original piece of content is happening on stream.
It's me though.
No, I understand that, but it's still not original. Like you did it somewhere else. You're just repurposing it. Yeah. So we don't know how long this meta is going to exist for. But while it's here, you might as well take full advantage of it. You know, this is a crazy level of late.
It's really me? Hey, we just had the same class like 2 minutes away. I know.
Yeah, I'm already knowing, gang. I'm already knowing.
Hey, John, I got a question.
What's that?
You got like a different editor for like your gaming content style clips versus like your
Yes, but we'll talk about that a little bit later. Okay, so this is like a good concept that I think everybody deserves to understand. A lot of people think the clip hit because it got views. All right, who here has had a clip that went viral and then nothing happened because of it? All right, this is common. Not like
the biggest
didn't result in anything.
Oh no. Are we good? I think we're good. Okay. The biggest, and I mean the that's insane. But yeah, the biggest video to date that I've ever had on my entire anything has been the CUPS video, which has 9,000 views. It has 9,751 views. And it was me literally ranting about me getting my PC in slow motion, speeding it up and slowing it down. That is by far the biggest video I have ever had in my entire career. Like, ever. Ever. I've had, like, almost a few thousands, and I mean almost a few thousands. Like almost got to 1,000, right? But I've never had a consistent 9,000, 10,000. Because I remember I saw this content creator who didn't get into SU. And what she did was she literally crashed out. Like, she lost it. Like, she crashed out, just started, like, yelling, slamming things, breaking things. Was like, I didn't get into streamer you. And started, like, freaking out. You know what I mean? And I was like, okay, let's look at her content. And she's averaging like 1 million views per stream. I'm sorry, not stream, per TikTok, per reel. You're averaging 1 million. No one averages 1 million unless they're botting. So unless you're botting, I don't know what you're complaining for. You've made it. Now, if you can convert that 1 million to Twitch, then you've already made it. Like, what? You know what I mean?
Thing. Like, it was a moment, then it passed. You know what I'm saying?
Like, it went viral and you ain't make no money from it?
Money, like, it didn't transition to no views.
I didn't make a dime from any of those views. And apparently you get, like, I think you get $1 every 1,000. I didn't get a single dollar. For, you know what I mean? I didn't get a single dollar.
I want you to pay attention to this and let me know what you notice.
Entire stream room into a big ball pit. It was a lot of fun. But I left the house for a couple hours and balls have been pouring out the entire time. And you might think to yourself, like, how bad could it possibly be, Agent? It can't be that fucking bad. 100,000 balls can't be that bad, right? King.
Chris. Nah, at the time he wasn't camera. He was doing something else. But if you notice in that clip, your first thought is gonna be like, damn. Well, first of all, your first thought is Kai's gonna be mad. But then the second thought is gonna be, well, that's a pretty crazy thing to do on stream. You know what I'm saying? The clip is actually useful to you if it makes people think I should show up to the stream.
That should be obvious, but I'm gonna write that down anyway. That should be obvious, but I'm gonna write that down anyway. So let's just, I want to run it back.
Useful to you, stream. You know what I'm saying? The clip is actually useful to you if it makes people think I should show up to the stream.
Okay, so I was gonna write down every clip, but I'm not gonna say every clip because some clips are literally just for poops and gigs. So I'll say most clips should be to take people from like TikTok, Instagram, YouTube to the stream. So most clips, and I've officially run out of room on this page. Most clips should be. Let me see.
Oh, there's some cool things. You know what I'm saying? The clip is actually useful to you if it makes people think I should show up to the stream.
Should be useful as it brings people to the stream. I've officially run out of room on this paper. I wrote like every line just so it's clear, but it's whatever.
Oh, there's some cool things that happen.
Let me see. I just want to label these. 1, 2. Two and a half. Okay, yeah.
On that stream. If you collect enough of those, they will genuinely start to show up to more of those streams. Here's a second example of the same thing. Is it gonna let me click this X today? So you're gonna watch this clip and you're gonna think to yourself, oh, he's doing a 48-hour stream. Maybe I should tune into it. So your clip should naturally make people want to come to the content. You know what I'm saying? In fact, usually before I do a marathon, I'll at least do some sort of simple TikTok saying like, yo, I'm surviving in the Amazon for 48 hours. So the point is the clips can get views, that's cool. But the clips should get views and make people think, damn, I should show up to this. You know what I'm saying? So if your clip got views and it makes people think this guy's a asshole, then it didn't do you much good. In fact, it probably did you some harm. There's gonna be some mad people on Twitter and shit that just think you're a way that you're probably not.
Should I be on Twitter is the question that I have. Because I've heard that Twitter is literally nothing but terrible things. I have a Twitter account. For streaming. And I promoted myself like a long time ago. But I haven't been on Twitter since then. And I'm thinking about if I should post my clips on Twitter. But I'm not sure.
All right. Okay.
I feel like I've grown at least 6 clipping pages. I know how to do it crazy good. I can get good views for all these captions.
Yeah.
Why do you think, I feel like for me personally, and I heard a lot of people, why do you think when it comes to like Twitch?
Yo, let's hear a question.
Why do you think when it comes to Twitch specifically, it's so hard to grow? Because I can get millions of views and understand the algorithm on all the platforms because I mastered that. But to actually get them over, I mastered the everything that you said, but it's hard to get them over because I feel like Twitch doesn't push you out. You have to collab. So the clips to me, from me personally,
I will say I do. That is true. W Drizzy Day. What's going on, Jay Steezy? Jay Steezy in the. What's going on, Jay Steezy? It's been a little quiet just because I've literally just been watching Stream University videos, and I've been taking notes like actively. I've been actively taking notes. So that's literally like literally for the stream. That's all we're doing. Wagwan community per. Yeah. Can we get a ban on Steezy? But no, Steezy, how was your day? Genuinely, man. Genuinely, I missed you. How's your day going, Twin?
It doesn't translate versus like.
We could talk about that after because being able that's a very D's topic, but some of these concepts will help. Being able to apply short form.
My bad, I ate one of King Von's dreads this year.
And then what we'll talk about later. These will help. Okay? All right. When it comes to understanding content, this is gonna sound like the simplest thing you heard today, but on God, half the room's not doing it. Okay. A lot of people have the balls to do this part right here. You hit the live button.
Okay.
All right? And that's actually a big first step. A lot of people think about it, they actually don't hit the live button. But then after that, a lot of people skip this part. They fill it out, but they don't actually look. They don't actually see what the chat was saying. They don't see what the numbers was doing. They don't actually analyze the content to see if it performed. But sometimes they do. And then they still don't do this part, which is make the actual adjustment. What this looks like is, do we have any gamers in here that do gaming content? Right? Let's say you playing Valorant. All right? Boom, you just did the content. You analyze the content. You know your stream doesn't like Valorant. Okay? Maybe it's falling off, just watch now, we don't know. Okay? You actually aren't making the adjustment. I've seen it so many times where it's like people are sabotaging themselves because there's something they want to do and it's technically not in line with what their chat wants to see. You streaming. At the end of the day, when you stream, you either entertain or inform. So if you're an informative nigga, then you could, spew the knowledge, share, help people. But if you're an entertainer, you actually genuinely have to entertain. If you're doing something niggas don't want to see, you're not entertaining. You're actually just selfishly entertaining yourself. But which is okay if you don't care about growth. But if we're here to talk about growth and you want to grow, it has to look like this and genuine.
I feel like when you're, anyways, I'm tired as freak, but chilling. What about you? Honestly, the same. Like I said, just watching the stream review videos. We did the whole like 1 hour Ludwig video. That's where most of my notes came from. So now we're on Age's video. So we're almost halfway. And then after this one, I'm gonna stop recording. I'll probably end stream there because we're already at 3 hours.
Making that adjustment.
Already at 3 hours.
So what would that adjustment look like?
Like not doing.
It would depend on your content.
Doing Valorant. Like trying something else. You have to explore. While things are going well, you have
I will say I did do that. I mean, I've only like really done it twice, technically 3 times, but like I can't do desktop forever. I know that. I can't do desktop forever. So, I can't do desktop forever. So what I do is, or what I did was I did the IRL stream. I could have just went to SU, recorded it, made a video or something, or just went and not said anything. But I went to the SU auditions and IRL stream. That was my first ever IRL stream. Then I went to the Cabaholics pool party with Dub and DDG and Blueface and all of them. That's my second IRL. Then I think literally 2 days after that, I had a third IRL where I just went around, walked around LA and was just yapping, just doing whatever. Because you can't just do desktop forever. You have to do something different. I can't. If you play Marvel Rivals and you just play Marvel Rivals over and over again, if you're playing GTA over and over and over again, it gets a little boring if nothing's different. If it's just, all right, guys, we're playing GTA. Dang, bro, he killed me, bro. Now, I mean, I'm saying obviously this stream is not the most entertaining because I'm actively learning from them. Like I'm actively trying to learn, and you know what I mean. Does that make sense? Like I'm actively doing that, but I agree 100% with what. I agree with both parties of what they were saying. It's yeah, that's the best way to put it.
You have to explore so that if things don't go well with that anymore, you adjust. I used to be in the 2K community. I knew what it was like to rely specifically on one game. It sucked. If the game was ass, what happened? Views were down. Nobody cared. It didn't matter how much they liked me. They wasn't gonna watch content for a game they didn't care about. You know what I'm saying? You learn that lesson the hard way, and then once you get the momentum back again, now you start AMP. Now you start doing different types of content. You have to learn from these situations.
Okay, so I kind of have that problem right now. Like I feel like I'm stuck in one game.
Okay.
So did you just like experiment and just do other games that were popular, or like what kind of things did you do? Did you do things that were like just trending?
Yeah. So if you want to do games that you think have the same audience as that one, and try and create some appeal into that game. Okay. So what game do you play?
Marvel Rivals.
So you maybe like, I mean, Overwatch would be a shitty game to go to, but essentially. I appreciate it. So essentially, you want to find a game that has a similar audience and try and create the most high appeal stuff you can lead with to make people think like, hey, this is not so bad.
Would you do like multiple games at the same time? Like if it
Explore, like what Jinxie did was a really good example. We'll talk about it in a second, where he did Rainbow Six nonstop, right? Yeah, he did. But now he could kind of do whatever he wants. Yeah. He didn't start that way. Yeah. Like he experimented a little bit with certain games that had similar communities, and then he was able to now, he's so varied, he could play any game and it's gonna pull. Gotcha. So it's a little bit of strategy to it. But a lot of what's going to work for that is being able to see what other people did. Back when I was making 2K content, there was a few people that pivoted away from 2K content. Yeah. And I studied the out of that. Like, I was on their page, like, he dropped this video, then he dropped this video, and then he went over there and did that. Feel me? But that informed me. So most of the time, the stuff you're doing, people have done it before. Okay. Follow the blueprint. All right, speaking about that, who here is not in a niche? You just do whatever, whenever. Okay? All right.
No, I mean like.
So I will say, the people that are in a niche, you have a higher likelihood to grow faster. There's other variables that can matter, but being in a niche helps a lot because it makes your content definable. When people look at you, they want to think, what's Suburb Baby content about? If they can't put a word on what his content's about, they're going to struggle to with that content, straight up. When you can identify what something is, it's easier to identify with it. Like, if I say Easy's a really nice person, I like watching streamers that give me a good vibe, now I know that's the type of content that I like. You have to be identifiable. Being in a niche makes that a little easy. It's not necessary, but it genuinely helps. Let me give you some examples. Jinxie, we talked a little bit about him a second ago. He grew exclusively on Rainbow Six. He wouldn't touch another fucking game, right? Now he can play whatever game he wants. He could have went IRL, he could have did a whole lot of shit, he wasn't into that. Dashie is another good example. I don't know how many OGs here know Dashie. He's one of my favorite content creators. Before he ever had a gaming channel, he had a voiceover skit channel. And he dominated. He had millions of subscribers. It wasn't until he dominated that field, he pivoted to something else. You'll see a lot in entertainment. 50 Cent dominate music, right? Then he's like, oh, what do I want to do next? I'm bored. Now he goes into film. He dominates film. Now you can do next. Be transitioning out of the niche before you conquered it. You can, but there's going to be a trough where things look a little ugly. You know, money slow down, views slow down. You could do that. I've seen it happen. Ron is a good example, right? Where Ron had a dip, but then he was good enough to where he was able to bring it back. And now, like, I saw him at 110,000 people at 4 a.m. yesterday. So it doesn't mean you can't pivot out of niches. Sometimes niches scare people because you think, oh, I'm a creative soul. I don't want to do one thing. I don't want to be in a box. Sometimes the box is nice. And just so you know, even when you don't think you're in a box, you just happen to be in a big box. Everybody's in a box.
Should I write that down? I mean, okay, I guess. Actually, no, I'll write the thing what he said about pivoting. So, I'll say, become great in one niche before transitioning to another. Be good in one niche before transitioning to another.
You can't pivot out of niches. Sometimes niches scare people because you think, oh, I'm a creative soul. I don't want to do one thing. I don't want to be in a box. Sometimes the box is nice. And just so you know, even when you don't think you're in a box, you just happen to be in a big box.
Being
Everybody's in
a
box.
niche.
Duke and Speed, good examples of two NBA 2K content creators.
Being in a niche is not a bad thing. And if anything, will, oh, I spelled that wrong, will help with growth. I'm not gonna lie, this is probably the most I've ever studied in my entire life, and I'm telling, like genuinely, I've taken multiple tests in my entire lifetime. Not once did I ever study like this before.
That grew to the peaks in
wrote down all
kind
of stuff.
Transition and did other
Never,
stuff.
never,
Duke
ever,
doing
ever,
lifestyle
ever.
stuff, and Speed obviously doing the IRL streaming.
Never ever. Okay.
Okay, this is like pretty practical. The biggest streamers are doing it, and it's not a secret. The guy that's synonymous with YouTube is streaming on Twitch. The guy that's synonymous with Twitch is now streaming on YouTube. It's not an accident. Like, they're watching what's happening and they're making adjustments. Streaming exclusively to a platform that's not paying you is just like, that's kind of like only playing on PlayStation, but you could afford an Xbox and a PC. Like, you can, but you're gonna miss out on some stuff. So you might as well stream on all of it. We're on YouTube and Twitch right now.
But how can I do Twitch and TikTok? Because TikTok.
You can do that too. A lot of people do that too.
Like on this.
Yeah. It's just like the issue with TikTok is if you say nigga one time, you're out of there. Yeah. So that's, for me, it's like, yeah. Nah, they fry you. Yeah. Kai's niche? Early days, Kai did a lot of prank content, ding dong ditches and stuff like that. He was on campus. He was doing a lot of like datey type of style content. Then he was with us in A&P, and then he started doing like IRL content. So like everyone kind of starts a niche. Kai's a little bit of a hybrid though. I wouldn't say he was in a clear niche. Yes.
I switched my niche fully.
That's good. And
I used to be in hot tubs with girls. I was like slapping ass.
Yo, quiet down. Everybody listen to him.
I always raise girls, mad bitches, slapping ass. You know what I'm saying? Like
Mad
bitches.
We don't call girls out.
And then
No, he's good.
I switched it to
He's not talking to you though.
Yeah, I switched it to all dude content, and I chill with the bros and have fun.
All right. In this stage, if you have under 250,000 followers, it's going to be tempting to stream more, to come up with stream ideas. I promise you need more short form ideas. This is what your day should look like. You should genuinely be spending 60% of your day on short form. This is not exaggeration. This is not shock value. In fact, it might be a understatement. I would dedicate maybe 40% of your time to streaming, 60% of your time to shorts. If you don't have a shorts person, that's okay. Make them yourself.
Is that clips?
Yes. Shorts, TikTok, IG Reels, all that, yes. It could be whatever, as long as people post it. Yeah, because shorts barely make any money anyway. All right, so this is, okay, I'm gonna do this for every stage just so you guys get a sense, because I know hiring is like a little bit of like nobody talks about it. But this is what my team looks like. So I have an operations guy. Yeah, he's in the tone suit. We got creative and camera, Marcus, but he's club director. Operations like get shit done. You know what I'm saying? So like, yo, we actually needed the stand built. He's getting a stand built. We need this for stream. We have this idea. Let's pull this off. He's the one that makes ideas. Like he gets the physical things to make the ideas happen, right? Tech. If you do, who does like a lot of IRL streams primarily? All right. There's a world where you might eventually need a tech person. Like if you start going to Amazon to survive, and you know you have all these sets you want to create, and you have all these segments. There's a world where it might be helpful to have a tech person, but not at this stage. A manager. This is the person, manager or agent. They want to get you deals. They help you with stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like from time to time, day-to-day things as well. Assistant. I know it sounds like assistant is like a luxury, but if you're making like over $1 million a year, I don't know how many people here. I don't want to pocket watch everybody, but you will hire an assistant and you will go, oh my God, I've saved myself so much time. What are you gonna do with that time? Put it back into the content. But so you're making way more than you paying an assistant because you freed up your time. So assistants, I know it seems like an extra, but genuinely is probably one of the more functional roles, but not yet. A channel manager / editor, it can help with shorts, but primarily these are people running your YouTube channel. You don't necessarily need that yet. Shorts, this is actually the main thing I would suggest. If you do have some extra bread, and you're looking to grow as a streamer, this is the main thing I would try to invest in, okay? And then accountants and lawyers, once you get to a point, people sue you for everything. So you might potentially need one, but not at this stage. So next stage. This is like a little bit of the middle ground. In this stage, YouTube is the game. If you do not start doing YouTube, I promise, once you become a bigger content creator, you'll be like, I have no YouTube presence. I'm an idiot for not starting earlier. So this is the point where every time you do a stream, you're not just thinking clips, you're thinking, hold on, what's the video, what's the thumbnail and title gonna look like? How am I gonna post it? Feel me? And this.
Okay, thumbnail and title of this video is I had Agent and Ludwig teach me how to be a better streamer. And then I have like Agent over here, Ludwig over here. Those are just thumbnail faces. Thank you for that. And then I mean, clickbait. Clickbait isn't necessarily bad, and technically that's not clickbait because they are actively teaching me stuff I didn't know, or having me do stuff that I should be doing. You know?
is gonna be a big part of your distribution. One thing you'll learn once you get good at YouTube, YouTube's ceiling is significantly higher than every other platform by a long shot. Like I want to talk about it. If you want to be a huge content creator and you're not on YouTube, you're not that big. It's just that simple. Even if you look at Kai before he started co-streaming, his Kai Live channel is pulling millions of views per video. All of the biggest streamers have huge YouTube presences. That's not an accident. So not only does it have the highest ceiling, you stand to make the most money from long form content. Your appeal is a lot more global. In Twitch, Kick, and even YouTube streaming culture, it's very bubbly, right? Your audience is gonna be people that's American, maybe speak English, maybe potentially more black. But on YouTube, it's like everybody watch.
Wow, that sent me to a boob.
Fuck that shit, Agent.
Yeah. So I want to give you an example. If you guys have a Ludwig class at some point, please block in. This is no troll, one of the best executors of YouTube content. I want you guys to really lock in. I mean, try and analyze the first minute of this video.
Let's see if I can win.
That's how many people have bought Magic Chameleon. For reference, that is more than Mario Kart World did in the first few months it came out. Magic Chameleon only came out a few weeks ago. In fact, it's more than Street Fighter 6 has done in 3 years, and it's more people than subscribers I have, and that's a free button to press that I want you to press now. But it got me thinking. It's a lot of fun to play with your friends and pick a cringe spot if you want to win, or maybe just do a funny spot that usually doesn't end up working out. But what if you had actual professionals, aka artists? How would they do? To find out, I employed the help of my good friend Squeaks to be static hunters, and we would chase down.
Okay, so I will. If you look through YouTube, there's probably not a single video that any of you guys did that. He's just the best executor I know. And the crazy part is like, Ludwig is not like a Kai Cenat Speed. Like, obviously, no disrespect, but he's pulling numbers like them on YouTube. This is not an accident. That's a gaming video. He could have just started with the start of the game. Instead, he did this whole post commentary. He played music in the background. He was cutting, zooming to things. You're visually stimulated. But then the words he's saying is hooking you. What do you mean I'm playing with professional artists? That's just a good concept. Not only did he get the good concept, the thumbnail and the title, the packaging is good. Once you click on it, he's hooking you. So you're like, damn, not only did he give me context in case I don't know what the game is, but now I'm hooked. I want to know what the best people do. He's visually showing the painting. It's like maximum stimulation, and then there's going to be the release where the game starts, but now you're hooked. You get what I'm saying? So when you want to look at mastering YouTube, mastering hooks and long form, I genuinely don't know if there's a better person than Ludwig to do that. And then here are some examples of good thumbnails. So, dumbest spots in Mecha Chameleon. Simple title, a circle and an arrow. Couldn't be that hard. But when you put yourselves in the audience shoes, you're scrolling through, you're gonna be like, where? I don't see anything. Boom, that's it. Where? I don't see anything. Let me click the video. That looks like a crazy spot, right? This is the Ash Out video. Ash is one of my favorite YouTubers and now streamers. And this is one of his funniest videos. I took a racist to the most dangerous hood in America. And not only was the content phenomenal, it was like a double prank where like he was frying people. It was like a really, really good video. But on top of that, this guy looks petrified and he's surrounded by people that you can make context of are in the hood. It's just a good video. So you should be looking when you're watching streams, when you're watching YouTube.
So I'll say thumbnails and intros are important in YouTube videos. Thumbnails and intros are as important as the content itself. That's what YouTube.
Videos, don't just click the thumbnail. What about the thumbnail made you want to click it? If you're not asking yourself that question, you actually are just zombie consuming content. You actually haven't learned nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like, who here has a passion outside of streaming? Like, what's your passion?
I like to
read. And music. Sometimes when you're listening to music, do you feel like, oh my God, I wish he would have done it like this? Or you think about, why did he do it in that note? Yeah. Because you became, you're a student of music. Yeah. If you're watching film, now you want to analyze the lighting and why did they frame it like that? And oh, who did the score and the music? If you're not thinking like that as a streamer, is it really a passion? I'm telling you, like you should be looking at it and be like, oh, he went crazy, she went crazy. What made that so appealing to me?
Same thing with the Twitch. Don't just consume content, but analyze and think about why you liked it and what could have been done differently. Okay, what could have been done differently, as well as what was done well, so that you can apply it. I'm trying to get through this video. I swear I am. For anybody who's actually watching this video, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
I mean, for your YouTube channel, you think it's a better play to have like highly edited videos, like on some like Ludwig stuff from your streams? Or like if it's peak content and you could afford it, I would say yes. You don't have to do it for every video. For the one where you was outside in the we didn't do that. No. No, I'm not gonna lie. That's why I use the Ludwig example. I could do better. Yeah. So if you hired an editor, then I would have them arrange it in a way. But it doesn't have to look that crazy. Sometimes it could just be a cliffhanger, right? Of like the most interesting part that complements the title and the thumbnail, and then the video starts. It don't have to be crazy, well edited like that, but take those steps in that direction. It's gonna help a lot.
He wants me to tell you it's 11:43.
Okay, all right. All right, in this stage, you might want a manager. You're gonna start getting certain brand deals, certain opportunities. You get to that point, 250 to 750. Yo, can we quiet down, please? This is 250 to 750,000 followers. Yes. So you might want a channel editor. This is someone that's gonna manage your YouTube channel. So you can give them pointers, post this content today. My editor, no, he knows he posts this as soon as humanly possible on the YouTube. So not only do the stream get the content, you know what I'm saying, might be a clip that comes from it, but then we're gonna post it on YouTube and it's most likely gonna perform well on there.
So how do I save for a new streamer like myself? Once I end the stream, how do I save the video?
Yeah, it's like it's a VOD on your channel. So, and if you're using IRL Toolkit, they'll save it in the cloud over there too. And then when it comes to how you spend your time, okay, you're still spending a large portion of your time using shorts and streaming, but now I'm
enjoying myself,
making things happen.
But no, like I want to get through this video because like I said, this video is already 2 hours and 20 minutes long, and the stream is 3 hours long.
Operations, coming up with segments, thinking of things that are higher appeal, more interesting, right? You want to spend.
I'm telling you, literally right after this video,
5% of your time
right after this video, I'm doing my outro on this stream.
On business, reaching out to brands, building relationships. This is stuff that we're gonna get into a little bit later. It's gonna fund some of the stuff you do, and then also you want to be spending a good amount on long form. But if you have a channel manager, you won't have to spend too much in this area. If you don't have a channel manager, it might look a little bit thicker. Okay, and now we're getting to the 750 to 1 million range. Okay, all right, in this range, congratulations.
Hey, what the? Is that Spider-Man?
You could. Okay, all right.
Why was Spider-Man just in the hallway?
In this range, congratulations. What? You can finally stream more, okay? Which might always be a good thing. Sometimes you don't want to be a volume streamer doing 12 hours a day. It's a burnout. But in this, if you want to think to yourself, let me give you a couple examples. Like, in this context, let's use Lacey for an example. Lacey has a channel manager, he has editors, he has managers, he has all that stuff. There's really no reason why he can't maximize his time streaming, here and even after here. So like, as a really big streamer, it makes sense to dive more of your time into streaming. That's gonna result in more clips, that's gonna result in more revenue, that's gonna result in a better connection with your community. But I wouldn't pre this before you did all the other stuff. Building the community exclusively on them streaming platforms is very, very challenging. So if the goal is growth, spending time off platform first is the best way to do it.
Okay, so he said.
If the goal is growth, spending time off platform first is the best way to do it.
Okay. I'm gonna quote that. If the goal as a streamer is growth, if the goal as a streamer is growth, Sorry. One more time.
Very challenging. So if the goal is growth, spending time off platform first is the best way to do it.
If the goal as a streamer is growth, spending time working, I'll just say working offline, then like clips, ideas, planning. If the goal as a streamer is growth, spending time working offline, clips, ideas, planning is the best way to do it. And you know what? After I do all of these videos, I'm going to go back and watch all of his Streamer University 1 videos. The best way to do it.
All right, couple fun facts. We talked about it earlier. Co-stream everything, please, for the love of God. If you guys want to reach out to a certain content creator, Instagram's actually the best way to do that. On your story, at them, it shows up in their notifications, and most of the content creators I know look through that. So even if, and you'll see it, they'll be in your views. So like if there's something you want to say to somebody, don't spam them, obviously. But like that's probably, if I knew like there's one way I want to reach somebody, I literally put up a story and then at somebody. You can literally privately do it too, so they're the only ones that see it. But if you want to specifically make sure someone specifically sees something, that's the best way to do it. Twitch stories are very underrated. I actually don't use them. Kai, the one that told me this last week. And he used them for every stream.
I do that as well. I do that for all my clips. So every time I post a clip, I always clip post on the story, because I don't know if people actually do it, but in case someone is like who's going through stories, you know, they see it. I don't know.
You know what I'm saying? If there's a
that was my thought. That was my thought
Twitch
process.
stories send a notification to your Twitch followers, so now they know when the stream is going to happen. That's elite. Instagram communities, super underrated, especially if your community is already on Instagram.
Wait. Sorry.
Instagram communities, super underrated, especially if your community is already on
What's
Instagram.
Instagram communities?
I know Twitter comms are leaving soon, so if you're looking for an alternative, I made an Instagram community. I personally couldn't be bothered with Reddit or Discord. And the more you study, the more you win. I promise. If you are not studying, you will win less. This is facts. You can be the most entertaining person in the room. But if you are not paying attention and studying the content that's performing on your channel and on others, you will be limiting yourself. This is factual. In this section, you want to spend a large percentage of, yo, can we quiet down, please? In this section, you want to spend a larger percentage of time on strategy. What direction are we headed? What's some fire shit I can do for the summer? What's the rollout going to be like? You know what I'm saying? You want to spend a large portion of your time for the summer. What's the rollout going to be? You want to spend a large percentage of, yo, can we quiet?
Wait, when though? When?
You will be limiting yourself. This is factual. In this section, you want to spend a large percentage of, yo, can we quiet down, please? In this section, you want to spend a larger percentage of time on strategy. What direction are we headed? What's some fire shit I can do for the summer? What's the rollout going to be like? You know what I'm saying? You want to spend a large portion of your time streaming. The streaming is the top funnel. You go live, the clips eat on socials, you post it on the YouTube. The more you stream, the more content gets disseminated everywhere. You want to spend a good amount on the business side. Ideally, you don't have to do too much because you got managers and agents and things of that nature. And then 10% is now managing. You have a team. You actually have to manage people, and you can arrange your team however you want. It genuinely really depends on the type of content you do. My content is really variety. We do some IRL, some gaming. We do a little bit of everything. So this is the layout that I found was compact enough to where like it's not too much people, because then you got to travel with everybody and stuff like that. But it's like you're not bottlenecked. I don't have to think to myself, oh my God, I wish we had another hand. You know what I'm saying? So the teams are super specific to the content that you do. There's no ideal formula. I would always recommend, if you know a bigger streamer, ask them. Before I made a hire, I called Ludwig. Yo, Ludwig, what you think about this? Yo, Kai, what you think about this? Phantom, what you think about this? Because everybody has a different formation. You want to see which formation might make sense for you.
I got a question. So, as you can tell, you have all those members on the team. Do you have them specifically work on that task, or is it like a team thing where?
It's a team thing. Everybody helps everybody.
Where you find these people?
Wait, can you say that again?
Everybody helps everybody. Yeah. If someone only does one thing, they're a little useless.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, like today, for example, my channel manager is doing some clips.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? But like everybody helps everybody.
I also believe that like.
You talking to him?
No.
Okay.
He's the goat.
Okay.
But I would just say like I personally tell people that it's also good to know a little bit of certain other people's jobs just in case like we have multiple.
100%. Yes. He's not even a cameraman. He used to run operations. So, but he could also run camera.
So where you find these people?
Referrals usually for me. I'll ask people.
How long do you think you go through trial and error finding somebody that's like good? Because like people could say they do things, but work ethic and kind of like consistency is like really important.
We could talk about that off stream because it's a little tough. Okay, let me give you an example. All right, as you grow in streaming, you're gonna want to take certain risks. And now we're talking a little bit about money, so I need everyone to pay attention. I know money sounds like the thing you do to get Ferraris, but this is not true. Money is the thing that's gonna make your ideas come to life. Some of you guys have some really big ideas, some things you want to try, but you can't pull the trigger. Why? Because it's a huge risk. Certain risks are worth taking, others aren't. I'm going to give you 2 examples. This is a risk that had paid off for me. So, first time I went to the Arctic, first of all, I bet my chat that I could survive in the Arctic. They said, no, you can't. I said, all right, bet. That was great. Yeah, I booked a trip, and I knew I was probably going to lose money. Across flights, the north is super expensive, et cetera, et cetera. We'll get into the expenses, but it made some money though. On the YouTube, the video actually performed really well, so I was able to get almost $7,000. And then the actual Twitch stream of it got $17,000, which sounds good. A couple interesting factors though. 2 years ago, this number would have said 50,000. So ads are down. And it's not because I'm running less ads, it's just, that's the nature of Twitch. Twitch doesn't currently have a system where they could have higher CPMs and lower CPMs like YouTube. So overall, ads are just lower than they are. I know that going into it, that's part of the risk. So I'm making anything from like, what, $24,000 on this. All I had to do is not spend $24,000 and I at least don't lose money on the idea I'm really passionate about.
This is from one stream?
Yes. So here are the expenses. So between the hotels, flights, clothing, car rentals, and camping supplies, luckily, on that day I made money. Now, we're not accounting for obviously like staff expenses and stuff like that and how much time we dedicated we could have spent on anything else, opportunity costs. This is just what we spent. On this opportunity, for me, it's okay to lose money if it's going to get eyes in your direction. For me, the Arctic was a solo thing I tried.
Okay, I'm gonna write that down. It's okay to, I'll say, take a risk. Let me see, hold on.
Just what we spent. On this opportunity, for me, it's okay to lose money if it's going to get eyes in your direction. For me,
it's okay to take a risk. I'll say take a risk / a small loss. It's okay to take a risk / a small loss.
It's okay to lose money if it's going to get eyes in your direction.
If it's going to get eyes on you. If it's going to put eyes on you. Sorry, I have to. AGENT00.
For me, the Arctic was a solo thing I tried that I genuinely believed in. I really wanted to challenge myself. And so if I lost money, I lost money. But let me try my best to maximize, okay? We're going to talk a little bit about the best way to do that in a second. But this is an opportunity that worked out. Let me give you an example of an opportunity that did not work out. So this time I'm co-streaming. I make $2,000 off the YouTube. I'm making $3,000 off the video. So this is the stream, this is the video, and I'm making $16,000 off the Twitch. It's not a bad shout, but this time we're not in the Arctic, we're in the Amazon. Things are a lot more expensive and a lot more remote. And the expenses looked a little bit different. So this is an example of a bet that financially didn't pay off, but content-wise went ballistic. These are worth doing. If you can afford to eat it, these are worth doing. And you might be asking yourself the question of, okay, how can we reduce the risk of doing some of these big events? Boom, ads, but not the ones you see on Twitch and YouTube, the sponsors that people pay for. I'm gonna ask you guys a question. Who here reached out to brands before coming to Stream University? 8 people. I was talking to Malik. She showed me, she messaged 50 brands. Half of them responded. I'm talking like Target responded. You know what I'm saying? You're at Stream University. This is the talk of the town. You know what I'm saying? You not reaching out to Samsung and DJI and Fortnite to see if potentially they might be interested in supporting something you want to do. So I literally reached out to all the brands that I know, and Fortnite came back and said they want to do something to help some students. So we will actually be finding 2 streamers that have not had a brand deal before to do their first brand deal with me a little bit later today.
All right. Yo.
Grade 1. Just the man I wanted to see.
Hi, Ray Sean.
All right, so you got that hemorrhoid cream, right?
All right, bro. Like, what? What? The hemorrhoid cream? You know what? Yeah, I do.
Remember, I bought it and sent it to, because you know you got that Amazon Locker subscription in your garage. Because I ain't really got an address that I can use. So we said we was gonna send it to your shit, but I bought a month's supply. So for me and you. So if you want to double dip, you can. That's all I wanted to say.
And then he just hangs up. What? What? Hemorrhoid cream? Bro. Yeah, man. I have hemorrhoids. I love Ray Sean, bro. All right.
Okay? But like,
my
I could
lord.
have said nothing. I could have not asked. You know, we're thinking, okay, agent, well, you know some brands, so that doesn't count. You've done 10.
Dre twerk for us. Not this stream. Not this stream. Not
big deals before, so that's a little bit of a cheat code. This is true, but let me give you some examples on how to get some of these brand deals. And then I'm gonna walk you through how I'm gonna execute the Fortnite one, and we're gonna pick some students to do it before we end class here today, okay? So back when I was a wee little lad and I haven't blown up on YouTube, there was a website called FameBit. It's like you had to apply for ads. I think the Stream Elements has it now. FameBit got bought by YouTube. Now it's called YouTube Brand Connect. If you guys are on YouTube, you probably heard of it through there.
YouTube brand. Why can't I spell brand connect? YouTube brand connect. YouTube.
You better twerk for us or I will throw rocks through your window, you dumb whore.
I'm not twerking for you just because you threatened me. And just for that, Picky, you know what? Open your mouth. Yeah. Take that. Good boy.
Brand Connect. So it's YouTube's platform where you can apply for ads. Essentially, if I wanted money, I would see a scale on the website. I'd say,
no, don't clip that. Oh, I caught it.
Advertise the scale. This is how I'm gonna do it. I send them a little paragraph or two. This is pre-AI, so you have to know how to write. And then you send submit, and you get a brand deal. I just reached out. At the time, I was broke. I was looking for anything. $250 to sell a scale to 10,000 people. I'll do that, gang. All right. I need some bread. I was broke on campus at the time.
And connect. YouTube brand connect. YouTube.
You better twerk for us or I will throw rocks through your window, you dumb whore.
I'm not twerking for you just because you threatened me. And just for that, Picky, you know what? Open your mouth. Yeah. Take that. Good boy.
That's just reaching out. The second thing, have you tried asking them? No, seriously though. Like, you are completely underestimating how much I have.
Mendo, wait, you came at the bad moment. Wait. Joe. That's AI. That's AI. That's AI.
We only work with the biggest streamers. I've talked to brands where they say we only work with the smallest creators. We like doing small deals. We don't want to do anything too big. If you are not asking, you are selling yourself short. Third is management. You'll
First,
get a lot of
Rayshawn and now
inbound deals, right? For me, there's a lot of deals that
Rayshawn
come
was
in.
his
Obviously,
fault.
Epic is
Actually, Rayshawn and Piggy was both of his fault. It was
a lot
both
of
of
them
their faults.
were like, they'll reach out to your management and say, do you have any gamers in your roster that are interested in doing this brand deal? So if you can find some good management, it's a whole separate conversation. You will get some brand deals through that. Develop relationships. I had a brand deal a month ago where all I had to do was show them that I actually use a product. I pulled the laptop out. I was like, I use this. It got me a second brand deal. Building relationships. Once you do a brand deal, chopping it up with the people that was there.
Okay, so like reach out to this brands. Oh, here, I'll scoot back just in case I can make the next page about brand
There's
deals.
a lot of deals that come in. Brand Connect. So it's YouTube's platform. 8 people. I'm co-streaming. I make $2,000 off the YouTube. I'm making $3,000 off the video. So this is the stream, this the video, and I'm making $16,000 off the Twitch. It's not a bad shout, but this time we're not in the Arctic, we're in the Amazon. Things are a lot more expensive and a lot more remote. And the expenses looked a little bit different. So this is an example of a bet that financially didn't pay off, but content-wise went ballistics. These are worth doing. If you can afford to eat it, these are worth doing. And you might be asking yourself the question of, okay, how can we reduce the risk of doing some of these big events? Boom, ads, but not the ones you see on Twitch and YouTube, the sponsors that people pay for. I'm gonna ask you guys, but not the ones you see on
Twitch and YouTube ads have their limits. Sponsors will enable your biggest ideas. Wants to give to 2 streamers. Fortnite wants to give to 5,000. 5,000 apiece.
Some of these big events. Boom, ads, but not the ones you see on some of these big events. Okay, how can we reduce the risk of doing some of these big events?
Okay, so now, right? Ads. So ads / sponsors can help to reduce the risk of losing money. As ads / sponsors can help to reduce the risk of losing money by helping pay for expenses based on what you plan on doing in your stream. Okay. The next page is going to be brands. Okay. The stream's about to be 4 hours.
Boom, ads, but not the ones you see on Twitch and YouTube.
What the?
Imandu just traded 6 viewers.
Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness! Oh my gulai! Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh, gosh! Mendo with the 6 billion bajillion gadillion viewers. Oh my gulai! Oh my stinky Mendo raid! Stinky Mendo raid! All right. So is it a normal Mendo raid or is it a stinky Mendo raid? Oh wait, my fault. My fault.
Yeah.
Bro, that sound is so... I love that that sound is now on my soundboard. Stinky the good stink. I don't think there is a good stink. But what's going on, y'all? For those of you from Mendo's chat that don't know me, Mendo didn't change his panty raid. What? But if there's any of you that don't know me, hello, my name is Dre the One, variety streamer extraordinaire. Handsome, light skin, as you can see. Alright, I'm done. But yeah.
Fast, chuckle nuts.
Alright. And then you're gonna jump me? What a...
Fight back, nigga.
Ah!
Fight back.
Ah!
Fight back. Fight back.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm sorry. Today's stream, we literally have just been studying the SU. Like, all of SU. So we watched Ludwig's video. It's like a bunch of notes. I have a bunch of stuff to do. And then we started watching Agent's video on stuff. And so after that, I'm literally about to end as soon as this video ends, because I've been live for 4 hours.
Pay for. I'm gonna ask you guys a question. Who here reached out to brands before coming to Stream University? Responded. I'm talking like Target responded. And Fortnite to see if
The champ is here. Hi, Mom.
potentially they might be interested in supporting something you want to do. So I literally reached out to all the brands that I know, and Fortnite came back and said they want to do something to help some students. So we will actually be finding 2 streamers that have not had a brand deal before to do their first brand deal with me a little bit later today. Okay?
Think fast, Chuckle Nuts.
Why?
I could have.
Like, what did I do? All right, bro.
Yeah.
Why are you jumping me, though? Oh my God. Okay.
What's up?
What's up? Okay.
Said nothing. I could have not asked. We were thinking, okay, Agent, well, you know some brands.
Please let me finish this video. Dirty Atom. Alright. Okay.
And so that doesn't count. You've done 10 epic deals before, so that's a little bit of a cheat code. This is true, but let me give you some
Do your
examples.
dreads have the same power as King Von? No?
How to get some of these brand deals. And then I'm going to walk you through how I'm going to execute the Fortnite one, and we're going to pick some students to do it before we end class here today, okay? So back when I was a wee little lad and I haven't blown up on YouTube, there was a website called FameBit. It's like you had to apply for ads. I think the Stream Elements has it now. FameBit got bought by YouTube. Now it's called YouTube Brand Connect. If you guys are on YouTube, you've probably heard of it through there. Brand Connect. So it's YouTube's platform where you could apply for ads. Essentially, if I wanted money, I would see a scale on the website. I'd say, I want to advertise this scale. This is how.
Oh my God, Freaky Malar. I mean, Farty Malar in the. What's going on, Kylie?
I do it. I send them a little paragraph or 2. This is pre-AI, so you have to know how to write. And then you send submit, and you get a brand deal. I just reached out. At the time, I was broke. I was looking for anything. $250 to sell a scale to 10,000 people. I'll do that, gang. All right. I need some bread. I was broke on campus at the time. That's just reaching out. The second thing, have you tried asking them? No, seriously though. You are completely underestimating how much. I have talked to brands that have literally told me, we only work with the biggest streamers. I've talked to brands where they said we only work with the smallest creators. We like doing small deals. We don't want to do anything too big. If you are not asking, you are selling yourself short. Third is management. You'll get a lot of inbound deals, right? For me, there's a lot of deals that come in. Honestly, Epic is a lot of them. Where like they'll reach out to your management and say, do you have any gamers in your roster that are interested in doing this brand deal? So if you can find some good management, it's a whole separate conversation. You'll
Getter Duke. All right.
Get some brand deals through that.
All right.
Relationships. I had a brand deal a month ago where all I had to do was show them that I actually use a product. I pulled the laptop out. I was like, I use this. It got me a second brand deal. Building relationships, once you do a brand deal, chopping it up with the people that was there, you know, saying hi, telling them some of your ideas, because a lot of them were like, they'll reach out to your management and say, do you have any gamers in your roster that are interested in doing this brand deal? So if you can find some good management.
Okay. I'm going to write down. There is a chance you will get a brand deal / sponsor from simply asking. And having an idea.
That's a whole separate conversation. You will get some brand deals through that. Develop relationships. I had a brand deal a month ago where all I had to do was show them that I actually use a product. I pulled the laptop out. I was like, I use this. It got me a second brand deal. Building relationships, once you do a brand deal, chopping it up with the people that was there, saying hi, telling them some of your ideas, getting to know them a little bit. This is how you spin back. You don't want to be one and done type of guy, okay?
Developing, relationships with the brands and the people themselves makes it more likely to get another deal. And then I'm gonna quote what he said.
Some of your ideas, getting to know them a little bit. This is how you spin back. You don't want to be one and done type of guy.
You don't want to be a one and done type.
Are we learning, son?
We are learning. We are learning, son. I mean, we are learning, Dad. We are learning. You don't want to be a one and done type of guy. So Kylie, if you didn't see earlier, we are watching I thought I got ink on my hands. We're watching the Streamer University videos. So we watched Ludwig's entire first class. This was Asian's first class. Then next stream, which will probably be tomorrow, we'll watch Ludwig's second. We'll do that. We're going back and forth. So I'm writing just a bunch of notes on everything that they're teaching me. So literally like every page has notes. Front and back. Whatever the case may be. I have notes for almost everything that they've said. But yeah.
Okay. And then obviously proof of concept. Streamer University, it had like some big support from brands, stuff like that last year. But did you see that page where he showed all the brands this year? He proved it worked. So even though it's Kai Cenat, one of the biggest streamers, and this is one of his biggest ideas, he still had to prove, even Kai had to prove his idea worked before our brands were willing to jump in and help. And now that they know it works and they love the concept of it, exactly. So this also means like if you have a big idea, sometimes you got to bite the bullet and go to the Amazon and you lose $20,000 because next time you might be able to make some money on it. Okay, so I will say, and I'm going to use the Fortnite example to kind of walk you guys through what you should and shouldn't do. I'm even going to show you the brief if you guys haven't seen it before on like what they'll usually send you and what the communication looks like. Okay,
so I'm right, should and shouldn't. So, should shouldn't.
First question you do when you get a brand deal, please ask this question, please. What would be a successful integration for you? If you do not know what they want, you will struggle to do a successful one. This is just facts. So the first question I asked Fortnite, yo, what looks good to y'all? Like, what would you like to see happen?
Well, I have nowhere to write that now. Okay, I'll write that on the side, I guess. Ask brands what would you like to see happen? And I guess that makes sense, because if you're not appeasing the brand, if you're just like, if you're playing Fortnite and you're saying, oh, that's better, you know, who's his cameraman though? That's not his normal cameraman. That's his I forgot who he said it was, but it's like one of his other team members. But I don't think, are you saying like the camera quality or the camera work? Because the camera quality is because everyone has a $30,000 TVU backpack and they're taking up all the bitrate. Wi-Fi's garbage. And also because, yeah, that's not his like normal cameraman.
And they're trying to promote the sprites. So, you mean, they're all around campus and stuff like that. So, okay, boom. They want to focus on sprites. What about the sprites? Oh, the fact that you could trade them, the fact that you could own them, they're permanent now. It's a new season. Each one has different things. Some of them are really rare or hard to get. Okay, cool. I'm learning all this. I'm farming information. Because when the brands trust you, they're going to let you cook on your stream. They're going to pay you to just creatively integrate it into the content that you're making already.
This is an ad for them.
Correct. And the ad I do with the 2 students later will be the actual ad for them. But like, if they don't trust you because you've never done it before, sometimes it's harder to get that. Has anybody worked with a brand that was a little bit like, you know, they wasn't let you do what you wanted to do. They wanted to do it their way. It sucks sometimes. It happens. It happens to me. It happens to everybody. It's not a good experience. But when you can find brands that trust you to just cook up. You feel me? And don't sell, bro. Because when you sell, they're going to look at me next time like I'm a sell. Because they're going to be like, oh, streamers, they don't do brand deals well. So when you do a good brand deal, you put on for everybody else. You make them way more likely to.
Watching this just hurts my eyes. Now I'm seeing the chat. Need that TVU sponsor? Is this just a VOD? Nah, it's like a video he put up on his channel. So like, it had a few cuts, but it was mainly just him yapping, if you want to be real. And I'm just like taking down notes on what he's saying.
Spread the wealth upon anybody else. So you want to ask.
Honestly, I've like adjusted. I've just like adjusted to watching videos at lower. And you know, this is 80. This is 80. This is 1080. This is 1080p. Now you can only imagine. That's a 360.
Question. Then you want to ask a second question. What are the talking points? This is important because.
You know. Ah, crud.
Amazon and you lose $20,000 because next time you might be able to make some money on it. Okay. So you mean they're all around campus and stuff like that. This struggle to do a successful one. This is just facts. So the first question I asked Fortnite, yo, what looks good to y'all? 2 students later will be the actual ad for them. But like, if they don't trust you because you've never done it before, sometimes it's
make is 160, no balls.
Harder
what?
To get that. Has anybody worked with a brand that was a little bit like, you know, they wasn't let you do what you wanted to do? You feel me? And don't sell, bro. Because when you sell, they're going to look. You do a good brand deal, you put on for everybody else.
Okay,
you make them way more likely to spread the wealth upon anybody else. So you want to ask that first question. Then you want to ask a second question. What are the talking points? This is important because sometimes it's going to be.
So I guess, should I write that in should? Ask, what are the talking points? So then should I write the thing I wrote in should? Ask, what would you like to see happen? Okay. Ask, what would, I meant make it 160p. I could do better camera work than this and make a better video. It's not hard to make a good video. Brain, not brainy. Honestly, yeah. Yeah, the camera, but, you know, like I said, he's not a cameraman. That's not, you know, he can do it. That doesn't mean he's good at it. You know, that doesn't mean he's, like, extra great. Ask what would the brand like to see?
Hard to fit the talking points into the thing you're doing. And if that is the case, it's cool to say no. So I'm gonna show you an example of the deliverables in the brief, and I'm gonna walk you through, like, this is what the brands will send you when you get a brand deal. What I like to do is I put it on a side monitor. You know what I'm saying? You'll have the talking points and you'll have all the facts. The first thing they're gonna do is explain the thing that they're promoting. If it's a game like Epic, Fortnite, it's gonna be a new season. New season, new fun stuff. This the fun stuff. Look, they got sprites. What do? All right, well, they're rare and they got this, and we're gonna have them all across campus, but for this, you're gonna give away a couple brand deals. Okay, that's awesome. Where can you get them? They're gonna tell you where you get them. I cannot explain this enough, guys. If you do not understand the thing you're trying to sell, you will do such a bad job. I have met so many streamers that don't look through the brief. They get on there, they're doing a brand deal, they don't know what they're talking about. And it could be kind of like funny in a comedic way, but you're not getting that brand deal again. They're not gonna spin back and want to do something with you again. So it's worth your time to understand what exactly it is. In fact, I mean, come on, gang, it's money, bro. Download the game and play it. Download the game, play it, try it. If it's some IRL thing, get the product, try the product before you say yes to some of these things. It's worth actually testing it. And so, obviously, last night, I'm looking through this, making sure I understand how everything.
A fixed wide shot, including the PowerPoint, and one cowboy shot. Pulling an agent and switch between the two when necessary. Hold on, Kylie! Hold on! Wait, move! Got cords everywhere. Camera framing technique that captures the subject in the mid thigh up. Yeah, alcohol shoot. Okay. I know what that meant. I know what that meant.
And then obviously I'm gonna break this down to whoever we end up picking here today.
I do agree though. A wide shot where it's just like them two, but it also could be that it's dark in the room and that the screen is too bright, so then you can't see him. So that's probably why he's zooming in so much and then zooming back out. That could be why.
You want to understand how they work, where you get them. You got to extract them. Okay, so there's certain concepts you got to extract them before you die. Otherwise, you lose them. They're permanent this time. They've had them in the past. Okay.
Yeah. See, so like this literally is white, and you can't see him.
And now we got the stream requirements. Okay. A lot of this stuff is pretty simple, but if you do not do them, they will text you during the ad really upset. Okay. Because for some of these things, you can get sued. So the title has to include Fortnite sprites. Okay, this is what we're doing. Include Fortnite sprites in the title. Okay.
Maybe that's why you need two cameras.
In the disclosure, FTC disclosure, you have to tell people, yo, this is a sponsor segment. Okay, this is a sponsor segment, and this is, by the way, guys, a sponsor segment. Okay. And you want to do that on stream too. Now, I'll be honest, you probably can't get away with it if you're a small streamer, but the bigger you get, genuinely, they will be on your butt if you do not do that part. And honestly, just for your stream too, it's good so people know when they're being sold something. Okay. So for this one, it's actually pretty compact. Sometimes they'll have panels in your Twitch. Sometimes they'll have a pinned comment. Sometimes they'll have different deliverables. It's all part of the package that you're selling to them when you're getting the actual brand deal. Okay? And so this is the part that I would usually have up. These are the key talking points. I know it looks like a lot, but it really isn't. They're just explaining what the sprites do, the specific sprites with different rarities.
Oh my God.
They're called and what different things it is. So like the mythic sprite deploys a shield bubble.
Show screen, show screen. That's all I've been seeing. Show screen. Oh my God, show screen.
Every time you're using a healing item.
Show screen, please, Chris. Show screen.
So you want to memorize everything in the bullet points, okay?
Okay.
But if you forget them, you know what I'm saying, in between games, stuff like that, take a look, remind yourself. You should understand how they work, but sometimes they send mad talking points, so it's not always the easiest to follow along with, but...
Show screen, show the screen.
Don't forget this part, bro. It's way harder to build. It's way easier to maintain a relationship and do mad brand deals with the same brand than to find new brands every time. And there's not a ton of brands. There's only a certain amount spending a good amount on streams, so you want to pay attention to those and focus on those. In fact, to the point where if I see a brand I like, do a brand deal with somebody else, I'll reach out. I'll say, yo, I have this idea. Are you interested in partnering in this idea? You know what I'm saying? And that's just, you know, they're spending money. If they're spending money in content.
Everything on auto. Bro zoomed in.
Content, they have a department for it. If they have a department for it, they have a budget for it. And if they have a budget for it, why can't it be you, bro? All right. And then on the bottom, there's usually the do's and don'ts. So certain brands are going to have certain do's and don'ts. Maybe don't call it a skin if they prefer it called a costume. Maybe don't call it a character if they prefer it's called a hero. Maybe don't swear, you know? Maybe don't do anything that's, you know, not ideal for kids if you're playing a video game that's like 12 plus or something like that.
Okay, so I'll say shouldn't. I say you shouldn't not care. You should not care. You shouldn't not care about, I'll say, the rules that brands give you when not care. You should not care about the rules that brands give you for a brand deal. For a deal.
So this is like really obvious stuff, but we've probably all been guilty of it at least once, accidentally breaking them. It's not the end of the world, but it can be actually, depending on what it is. You know, if you're doing a Samsung ad and you accidentally show an Apple product, you're pretty much fried. So you want to pay attention to some of the stuff. They'll tell you all that in the do's and don'ts. So it's not that scary. I know it's kind of like a lot of text. I wouldn't do this to you in a presentation, but they'll send you this just so you know everything to do. So a background on what it is that you're about to be doing for the sponsorship, the talking points, and then a little bit more about the actual product itself in this case.
I hope people leaving. Honestly, there's only been one person that left, and that was him.
Which is the Sprite.
And he came late.
So not that scary, right? Has anybody here not done a brand deal? Interesting. Okay, good. I'm going to talk to you guys before we end class. Okay, so
Deliverables. A breakdown of updated campaign deliverables platforms. I'm assuming that's next class. 1 times 2 hour stream segment on Twitch and YouTube. 1 IG story. 1 TikTok and IG reel. 1 month.
Anybody here not have management or an agency? Okay, so you guys want to focus up on this part. Yo, can we quiet down real quick? We're almost done. All right. When you guys, so we talked a little bit about short form, long form, and streaming, right? Now you're reaching out to a brand. You're not just a streamer. You're not just doing a 1-2 hour segment. Now you have a presence on Instagram because you've been posting reels, so you can include the IG story as part of the package. That's good bread. Now you can include the TikTok and a reel as part of the package. That's actually the best bread currently. Yo, you're not just a streamer. You're not. Okay, so you guys want to focus up on this part. Yo, can we quiet down real quick? We're almost done.
I just want to hear it again.
All right. When you guys, so we talked a little bit about short form, long form, and streaming, right? Now you're reaching out to a brand. You're not just a streamer. You're not just doing a 1-2 hour segment. Now you have a presence on Instagram because you've been posting reels, so you can include the IG story as part of the package. That's good bread. Now you can include the TikTok and a reel as part of the package. That's actually the best bread currently. Yo, listen to me, but please trust me. I talk to a lot of brands. Currently in 2026, in this current month and day and hour, brands are more excited to spend money on shorts than actual streams. This is true. I've talked to brands that said, I want to do the stream, and they said, do you want to do a short? I'm telling you the truth. All of them, their brains don't completely understand content all the time. They see the views on Twitter and TikTok, and they think those are like the same impressions as your concurrent viewers on Twitch. So it just looks sexier to the suits to see this really big number of impressions, which you can get on shorts. This is just factually true. So even though the influence isn't as crazy on shorts, you have a stronger influence, a deeper community, more motion, streaming.
Oh, I'm sorry. Hello, Kylie Millar. All right. Oh, no, Kylie Millar. I don't know why I read it like that. I'm back, Drake. Dang, still no MVP. Y'all hate me. It's because I'm brown. Newman, you're not brown. I'm brown. You're not brown, Newman. Newman, you're not brown.
See it. So we know how they see it. And if this can help fund your big ideas, applying all these concepts focusing on shorts and long form. How do I tell you? I will make more on a TikTok IG Reel ad than I will on a Twitch ad. And I barely spend time on IG. Like I'm forcing myself to spend more time on that platform. I'm posting 2 reels today. So please do not underestimate how much money can be made because the native
Newman is brown, he light skin. Lies and deceit.
Ads on TikTok suck. So you might be thinking there's no money there. The biggest ad I've ever done in my life was a TikTok.
What?
Hey Lacey, this class is not meant, like this is not designed for you. That's fucked up. Okay, last thing I want to say is before we pick the students, you always want to ask for feedback. This makes you look good.
You should ask for feedback. You should ask for feedback. About what's good, bad, etc.
Feel me? Not only does it make you look good, it's gonna help you improve. What could I have done better? Oh, well, they didn't like the part where it was lagging, maybe fix up the connection, but they loved the part where you talked about this. If you even asking is something that only 5% of people do. Immediately they're gonna say, oh, this is a serious guy. And when they take you serious, they're gonna spend serious money on you. This is facts, okay? Please make sure to ask for feedback. It's probably one of the most easiest things you could do that's gonna make them wanna spin back. Okay, all right, sorry, that was a lot. So I know that was a lot to throw at you guys. Okay, before we head out of here, because we all appreciate it. Before we get out of here, because we're running a little bit late, can everybody who has never done a brand deal before, please put their hands up?
Never done it?
Okay, interesting. All right, I'm gonna have you guys meet me in the front of the class, and then we'll probably just, oh my God, I forgot we're giving away a Sprite. Huh? Okay. All right. So we actually don't know. How should I get this way? Hold on. I can't just get handled like that. I can't just handle it like that.
Maybe ask us a question about something on the slide.
Ask us a quiz.
Maybe I should ask.
Somebody that got everything you got. A quiz.
I don't have a quiz prepared because I didn't think we was gonna have time for that. Look, I'll have everybody that doesn't have a brand deal meet me in the front. I'm gonna answer some questions, stuff like that. Everybody else, you are excused to go. Running a little bit late, so you guys are good. Okay. All right. I let my chat decide, and it was like almost unanimous.
Between who? Me and who?
Pit Bully! Congratulations. Yeah, please don't let people steal it, though. People are stealing these.
Thank you.
Chat loves you.
Congrats.
Thank you for the attention.
Aww. I remember when she was on the freaking Drewski video. That's really sweet.
Yeah, she was locked. Really that's nice. A good pick. I can't lie. Okay. These are the group you've never done a brand deal before? Okay, interesting. All right. Okay, first thing I would like to say, amongst the people who've never done a brand deal before, we got gamers in here, hopefully.
Yeah, I'm a gamer. I play Fortnite.
Do people, you all play Fortnite?
Yeah, I love Fortnite. I love Fortnite. I be killing, stealing, and shooting people.
Okay, eliminating.
Yeah.
That would have been on the do's and don'ts.
I don't even know what video games.
I love Fortnite. I'm a go all the time. Every stream, that's how I
What? You were top 100 in Fortnite? You've never done a brand deal?
Yeah, he's got it done.
No, not gaming.
Interesting.
They buy so many skins, bro.
Okay, so 75% of people are currently saying Edward. So Edward, congratulations.
So Chad, me, right?
There's gonna be 2.
Okay.
There's gonna be 2, Chad. We need.
You need a pick, bro.
So I don't mind having a good gamer with me though.
I'm a good gamer, bro. I'm a good gamer. Listen, I'll beat him in this shit. 1v1. Hey, God, I'll beat that boy 1v1. Hey, real talk.
Red hair.
Hey, see, he don't deserve this shit, bro. Get your
Chat's gonna say the names they know, but I feel like it's gonna be fire to give the opportunity to somebody they know. I don't know if I properly introduced myself. I'm Agent, by the way.
Good day.
Good day, nice to meet you.
Hi, guys.
Hey.
Listen, I make Marvel Rivals content, like, and I swear, like, I'm so.
Bruh. Okay, you know what? We're gonna pick you because I had a conversation with you and she was talking about wanting to do different types of content. So this is gonna be a good pull. I know, but I know.
Mobile Fortnite is different, bro. What about me?
Yeah. Well, congratulations. Congratulations. Okay, well, I'm sorry we cannot pick you, bro, but if you're in my next class, we have an even crazier giveaway.
All right.
Yes.
You gonna pick me?
If you're in it, yeah, maybe potentially. We'll see.
Oh, that was very abrupt. That was very abrupt. Well, all right. I think I learned a lot from Agent. If I'm being entirely honest, I learned a lot. But yeah, W Agent. I've learned, and I'm gonna look into the YouTube brand connector. YouTube brand connect. I'm gonna look into that for Shorsky. Yeah. So now I'm gonna look for somebody to raid. We're gonna raid out, and then that's gonna be it. But yeah, Twain.